What the fuck? I've heard about Alina and AB repeatedly talking about how their families have had to evac and lose their longtime homes. I've heard nothing about Hila's family facing anything. And you know, like, the level of victim mentality that Ethan Klein and Hila have, if their family was injured or had to even just evacuate because of a concern or lost their homes, they wouldn't stop talking about it. That's insane. That's crazy to me. Okay. So let's get back to it. Let's actually watch the show, shall we? It sounds fucked up until you consider how Ethan is the main character. I mean, in his world, yeah. Then as you say that you're open-minded, but you won't even consider the perspective of the oppressor. No, the country that has all of the money and currently runs the world's largest open-air prison and dictates who gets citizenship and who's allowed to leave and stay and who's allowed to use which roads or who's allowed to use water or have building materials or food or medical supplies. They're the real victims here, okay? They're the real victims. So much for the tolerant left. Yeah. What the fuck is this tweet? Has Greta Thunberg taken her keffiyeh off to address the fires in LA yet? Or are there too many Jews living here for her to be concerned? Mike's tweet. Is there any issue that you are not pure evil on? Fucking Eve Barlow, more like Eve Fartlow.
Her channel to see what her recent other one's doing. 30,000 on the last one. And it's about Trisha Paytas, 40,000 on the one before that, 28 on the one before that. Damn, girl, you picked a good topic. Well, let's have a nuanced conversation.
Let's have a nuanced conversation.
Hi, everyone. It's me again. And today, I'm genuinely the most terrified I've ever been to ever talk about anything.
Once again, she's already making herself the victim.
How many?
She hasn't even said
10
anything.
seconds in. We're 10 seconds in.
No, but she's already setting this up like, I am so victimized by Ethan, I haven't even started the video. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking shit about somebody who is like, you know, has a reputation to responding to critics, you should be scared. I mean, especially, she does zero research in the, well, not play, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Ever. And I wish that was a joke, but alas, here we are. So today we're going to be talking about H3.
You know, you didn't have to make this video.
I don't know what you're talking about. There is man with a firearm.
I was going to say,
just out of frame.
She could be a prisoner.
Yeah, holding to her head. You must make an H3 hate video.
Yeah, that would make more sense potentially. I am so scared. I so don't want to make this video. This is the last thing I want to do. But I have to do it.
I have to.
It's
I have
too
to be
important.
brave. I shouldn't be phobic. I'm phobic.
It's too important for me to regurgitate half-baked things and do no research.
And I'm just going to talk about...
It's so insane to tell this to a PhD holder. Like, that's a crazy statement to say to someone who's actively holding a PhD. Like, that's... Do you know how much rigorous research you have to do? How much work goes into, like, being a PhD student? Like, she is way smarter than you, dude. She's probably way smarter than most people in here, just like book smart-wise. And to be like, oh, you didn't do any research at all. Or she has a master's. I know she was studying for a PhD, or she was a PhD student. Oh my God, dude. I
my feelings, my thoughts, the complexities, where I've been. Maybe I felt like I've been too complacent in certain things. I felt like I
got my PhD in criminological science. It took me 7 years with 5 years of direct research. That's crazy.
You know, maybe run a little bit too much defense, and where my thoughts are now, and kind of my perception on the general audience perception, how things have changed. And yeah, everything's looking good. I look pale as hell. I think my makeup looks like Doki.
I didn't want to say it.
I see you.
I'm just kidding.
Nah, that's pretty eyeshadow.
I didn't really
No.
even. I didn't.
No, her makeup. Yeah,
It's a nice
I'm just
color.
kidding. I'm making a joke about her self-deprecation. She looks great, and that's not my criticism.
Totally.
She's very dumb, and
Yeah.
she's not nuanced, and she's horrible at doing these videos.
Yeah.
But
Terrible
she looks great.
communicator.
She looks great. Love her glasses too.
Key. I don't have a lot of notes. I just finished work. Also, obviously, because everything has to be good. These are my little, very short, just like one page.
So here she says again, nuanced conversation about Ethan Klein. I have almost no notes, and I did no prepreration.
Little iPad note moment.
Also, here's a page full of notes. What does she mean she has no notes and then holds up a fucking notepad full of notes? What's she talking about?
She leans on this throughout the videos, like
Wait, I want to hear what she said. Wait.
These are my little, very short, just like one page.
So here she says again, nuanced conversation about Ethan Klein. I have almost no notes, and I did no preparation.
What? She just is showing what she's actively reading off of. She didn't say she has no notes. She said very short. Do you know how much research you have to put in to get a page that short? I'm sorry. Has Ethan Klein never had a cheat sheet allowed in an exam before? Everyone here probably has. Maybe a handful haven't. I don't know. Also, like Europeans, if that's a thing that you guys do or not. But for anyone who has had an exam that you're allowed to have open notes for, it takes hours to fill the page with the most important stuff for that class's final. It's taken me tens of hours to go through the entire textbook and be like, oh, I might forget this. You know, I really need this. I need to not forget this equation. This is really important. To condense everything into a simple cheat sheet. This is before ChatGPT and every exam was online, okay? I'm sorry. This is back in the boomer days, all right?
We're losing Charlie.
Little iPad note moment.
Also, here's a page full of notes. What does she mean she has no notes and then holds up a
She
fucking
didn't say no notes. She said she has a short notes, and that was pretty short.
notepad full of notes? What's she talking about?
she leans on this throughout the videos, like
Losing B.
she says something outrageous, and then it's like, oh no, this. But keep in mind that might be wrong. This is just a conversation.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually have no clue.
Which goes against the beginning of this video.
Right. Exactly.
This is a nuanced take.
It's just a conversation.
Maybe I'm petty, chat, but like, this is why I like to do the content that I do. I like to do important news stuff, which is why we do cover important news stuff. But I also like to do this type of content, which is more... I do it more for fun. I do it for pleasure, not business.
Looking down Charlie. Sentry turret deployed.
And this is exclusively because I don't think it's fair that the Ethan Kleins of the world, the pieces of shit of the world, who use their platform in a way that just like maximizes harm, I don't think it's fair that they get to have all the fun bullying people. Someone needs to bully these people, okay? Someone should bully these people back, okay? All right, I do think covering important news is worthwhile, and participating in fundraisers and helping raise money for, any variety of groups that have been impacted by just the world fucking sucking is all important and good. But I also want to do slop that lets me make fun of people who no one makes fun of, or not enough people make fun of them.
She's like a modern day Martin Luther opposing the church. This is
This is her. This is her opus, man. This is her life's work.
yeah.
So, pray for me, I guess, in advance. Links.
Well, listen, again, you didn't have to make this.
Prayers up.
Nobody's praying for you, lady.
I'll pray. I'll send her a little prayer.
I'll send you a prayer, all right? Yeah, I'll fucking send you a prayer. Whatever that means.
It's almost
where's
as if she knows something's wrong about making this video.
Yeah, exactly. She's uneasy because she's talking shit about somebody who's probably going to respond to her, and she's scared. And like, that's justifiable fear because you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Risk.
You know, this point holds when you make fun of people like Logan Paul, for example, or Mr. Beast.
Securing B.
It's not. I don't mean to terrify anyone here. It's actually not wrong to make fun of people like Mr. Beast or Logan Paul or Jake Paul. You can make fun of them. However, their audience probably will harass you. Good example, Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry, she did deserve to get made fun of for saying that her cousin's nephew's balls expanded because of the vaccine. That is objectively like hilarious, and you should get made fun of if you tweet something that stupid. It's just correct. Does that mean that you're scared to say that because you know that you're wrong? No, you're scared to say that because Barbs will fucking find your ass and kill you in Minecraft. That's why you're afraid to say that, dude. Hello?
Reward.
Channel, all that kind of stuff, all down below, including the link.
But again, no matter what I say, it doesn't matter because they win no matter what.
What the fuck are you saying? Have you not seen the Nicki Minaj balls tweet? Do you not know?
She probably got a ton of subs. Pull up her social blade. I bet she got a ton of subs. She got a ton of attention for it. And by the way, it's objectively a terrible video.
Okay, just play the video so we can see it.
It's virtually everything wrong. It's not researched. It's not well thought out. Nothing she says is backed up. Everything she says is hedged. It's a terrible video, and somehow, you know, people come, they sub, they support her, and no matter what I say on this episode, those people are still going to be like, yeah, girl, you got him. And now she got new subs, you know.
To my wonderful, beautiful patrons and members, names on the screen. Also, while I'm at it, because, you know, this might be the end of my days anyway, I'm about to hit 50,000 subscribers. So if you could be so kind as to perhaps participate in such
I wonder if this video has anything to do with that. She wants a little boost to hit that 50K, huh?
Content creators want to grow their channels. It's over. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy. This is insane to me. I've never seen this before. This is really insane. I'm glad that we have Detective Ethan Klein on the case. Ethan Klein doesn't understand growth in channels because he hasn't grown in 2 years. Stop.
A little interesting timing. Let's check her social blade since she put out the nuanced video about me.
That'd be really sick. That'd be really nice of you.
Is that,
yeah.
Let's see. This is
I never ever bring that up.
Oh my God, that's her biggest day.
I think it's weird. I think even being called.
My favorite part is the dude just hating before she's even said a single thing. Yeah.
Yay, I got a subscriber.
Oh my God, you guys, she had like such a, this has to be it, right? It's from December 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was December, like.
And also, famously, Ethan Klein has never talked about popular people in media to grow his channel.
If there's something at the video.
Let's see, 3 weeks ago, December 11th, yeah.
11th.
Oh my God, you had your biggest day ever, girl.
Sorry, this chatter, he didn't respond to the Nicki Minaj balls comment, but that's okay. You're doing the same, LOL. Yes. Yes, I do content for a living. Yes, I make money on the internet talking about things that I think are funny. Yes, I just said all content creators do this. What? I just said, yeah, I'm also included in that group, yes. So if you would like to support the channel, this is a good opportunity to support the channel. If you like me making fun of people like Ethan Klein, you can throw down some gift subs. Just support the channel. Let me do this shit. Let me say my shit, man. Let me make fun of some people who don't get to get made fun of enough, dude. Yeah, let me top of the hour you. Yeah. You can't hate on? I'm not hating on it. I'm pointing out his hypocrisy in his comment. I'm saying he's making fun of her for doing something that every content creator does. I'm not the one hating. He's the one hating in this video. And I'm pointing out his hypocrisy in being a hater. All right, let's continue.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Who could have ever seen that coming?
I'm excited. I haven't watched this yet. This is one of the few times on the
It's
show I
very
haven't
bad.
watched something first. Yeah.
Most views, most subs.
Can we watch the video? Is this how you guys feel when I don't watch the video? I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm changing. New Year's resolution, I'm gonna start playing the fucking video. All right? I'm gonna start playing the fucking video because this is, I hate this. I hate this. I'm gonna punch my monitor. I'm being edged like crazy, dude. Oh my God. Data Man, thank you for the gift. Frick Tolerant, thank you for the 16 months. Thank you. Langium, thank you for the prime. Damn. I just got a guy. I got a lurker. That comment was so real. I got a fucking lurker out just to say, yeah. This guy's been around since August. And he's like, yes, actually, fucking play the video. Christ.
Fuck yeah. Well, let's see if it was worth it. We'll see.
Content creator's weird, especially because I work like a people job.
Thanks,
so I'm not a person. But anyway, you know what I mean. So yeah, participate in the student loan paying trade. That's where we're at.
Your video's already fucking boring. Get on with it.
Dude,
Now,
we have a while.
I don't. So,
she gets to it.
Star once said.
Oh, it is
There's a
content
couple
in the
things.
doc if you want to skip,
I have
but
sort of like a layout of
Okay,
my.
hold on. I thought maybe I started from a different area. Disclaimers. Oh, yeah.
you know, I'm telling you, it goes.
What do you mean you started from a different area? You started in the middle of her video? Raygun, thank you for the 100 bits. Old Thumb, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Lunat, thank you for the 14 months. Steiner Special, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Cash Sky, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you guys. Thanks. Thank you.
Booze for a while.
6 minutes of here's disclaimer, here's conversation. Okay, let's start with conversation.
There's some sideline talk going on over here.
Is it something?
There's a moment that
Before you skip the disclaimers, I think that there's a
there's a good
moment that we don't
there.
want to miss in the disclaimers. Yeah, it's at the 408 if you want to. If you don't want to sit through 6 minutes of disclaimers.
I feel like to her, the disclaimer is like a TOS. If you're going to watch and react to this video, keep in mind this and this and this and this. So she's like pre-planning her
I didn't
argument.
say the name of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't
Shit
say the
like
name of the
that.
show.
It's
They
like,
can't.
I wasn't prepared. I've been working all week. I didn't do any notes.
Look, by
Except
the
I
way,
did.
look at this. Adam McIntyre, this fucking little rat, made a 47-minute video based on my Instagram story. I responded one story.
To be fair, he did say that if she made a video, you have a right to say something.
He said that in 47 minutes?
Ethan,
He just watched her video.
Ethan, we just talked for like an hour and a half about a guy's like 2-minute TikTok.
Dude,
I'm just saying, he's juicing. Like, I can't hold that against the guy.
No. Hold on, Dan. Where's what I said about her? It was almost like and her too. That's all I said.
You called her a dummy.
Yeah, well, she is.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
Not true.
Okay, 47 minutes. You're right. It's warranted for one story. Right. But what do you even
Glass
say?
houses.
But what do you even say? No, this isn't glass house situation. I watched a ton of TikToks. I watched like 5 minutes of video. What do you say about
Ethan is like
one
the
short
least
thing
funny
of text?
person anymore. What the fuck happened,
It
bro?
is pretty amazing. And not just
I
Adam, but
wish
a lot
you
of
would
teachers just in
notice how
general, just
unfunny
how they're
he
able to
is.
make such long
It's
videos.
astounding.
Like
It's
47
It's a crime against comedy.
It is,
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Okay.
you can make 45 minutes of content
Okay.
out of that. Come on.
It's like
In fact, that's low. We could turn an Instagram story into like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, these people see blood in the water and they come like fiending. It's like, oh, an Instagram post, boom, ad revenue. Hell yeah. I need that shit.
One day for fun, you should just post like the black and pink thing on your story. Just something random and see how many videos come out of that.
Black. Oh, you mean like
Like
frenemies shit?
frenemies
Oh
type
god,
thing.
yeah. There would be a lot. Yeah, there would be a lot. Anyway, these people are so dumb and they're just so fucking like banded together. Like, girl, I got you against Ethan. He's so cruel. You're so brave. It's an idiot.
Here,
I'm literally.
I have.
So wait, what?
I'm literally just waiting for them to fucking play the video.
What was the one you wanted me to watch? She says she's. Oh God, this is good. She's trying very hard to prove to us that she's not anti-Semitic, which from the beginning makes me sus. But
Not
here,
gonna-
listen to this.
That has all of the different colonialism essays in it. But As such, I'm not gonna dive super, super deep into the politics specifically. I've also vouched for Jewish people in my videos. I've talked about how a lot of
you vouch for Jewish people. That's so nice of you.
Why is there a
you would
jump
stick
cut
your
there,
neck
too?
out for Jewish people on your channel? That is so brave, girl. We know you don't hate Jews. You stood up for a.
Well, you know, if she didn't say anything at all, you would just still call her anti-Semitic. So there's literally nothing anyone can say. There's nothing. Dude, don't you realize that you're playing that game, bro? That there's nothing anyone can say to satisfy you. Whether or not they try to like show their non-anti-Semitic bona fides. Or if they don't have to say any, all they have to do is say that you're a racist Zionist, and oh boom, whoop, you're an anti-Semite. I can write off everything after that. Same thing you do with like terrorism. When you designate a terrorist, it's like, well, we don't have to talk anymore. I'll just murder you, and that's it. Cool. Fucking mindless fascists are all like this, man. Fucking no critical thinking. Big, stupid, empty skulls. Fuck you.
Heard that one of them sometime somewhere.
conspiracy.
There's the sussiest jump cut there too, right before she says Jewish.
What
it looked like she said something
brain dead comment.
Into the politics specific.
I love that he always coughs directly into the mic. Yeah, it's really good. I like it too. Postmortem Neon, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you.
Bringing up Balatro on another window. We can maximize our collective ADHD and autism to push through this insufferable butthole.
The temptation. The temptation to Balatro right now is crazy, dude. Unique Beast, thank you for the 11 months. Thank you. Thank you. Also, Joel, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Specifically.
And once again, remind you all, people watch this and we're like, I'm subbing. This is good shit.
I've also vouched for Jewish people in my.
What was that?
She dropped
She cut straight up to Jewish people.
She said the K word. She's like, nah, I gotta change
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I gotta change that.
Shut the fuck up, Zach. You know less than those people. And your band sucks.
I do get anti-Semitic vibes, and I know people laugh when I say that, but I'll
Zach
show you.
Lewis
There's
in
a
the bad
lot here.
news that you should
another
call.
part that
Bitch.
It's very
like,
uncomfortable.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
My videos, I've talked about how a lot of conspiracies lead
Yeah.
to or fringe conspiracies lead to anti-Semitism. I
Yeah,
talked
thank
about
you,
detail
girl. Thank you so much. You're saying we didn't
So there's
do
nothing
9/11?
anyone can say.
She
bro.
says we didn't do 9/11. Thank you for sticking your neck out for us, girl.
Say I'm not anti-Semitic. You can
I've stuck
say
my neck
you're-
out for dumb
you know,
idiots before, so I'm not exactly. I'm
cannot
not going to
say
claim to
you're
be
not
your hero.
anti-Semitic. You will call them anti-Semitic.
I've stuck my neck out for pathetic loser morons before. You know?
She's Oscar Schindler, dude.
Yeah, exactly. We got to build her a statue in Israel.
I vouched for Jewish people when I was in Dearborn, by the way.
Build a statue.
That's my
Fucking you,
boy.
Israel, you fucking asshole.
That's my boy right there. Give it up. You make Mika proud.
He said she's holding space for Jewish people.
Yeah, let's hold. Thank you.
Nerd City and discussing how he kind of leaned into the New World Order. I've discussed.
He leaned into New World Order. I'm sorry. Are you implying that inherently has something to do with Jews?
It usually does, brah. You dumb?
Huh?
Now you're saying you just
Yes.
He's stupid. He's so goddamn dumb.
Yes, most conspiracy theories end with Jewish people control the world, and that's why most leftists push against most conspiracy theories. That's not like her implying because she's anti-Semitic. That's her stating the fact that is anti-Semitic propaganda. And most
She's saying
conspiracy theories
she's
are
against
anti-Semitic
right-wing
propaganda.
Jewish
That's why the
conspiracy
lizard people
nonsense.
thing. Yeah, that's why that
Just a
went
good
from
thing to
funny
say,
to sad.
but
That's why the space
Bernie
lasers
Ethan,
went from funny to sad.
Whatever, you dumb.
That's like 90% of the reason why I can't even endorse half the funny conspiracy theories I like. It's because they all fucking end in anti-Semitism. It's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Why can't we just have like a funny meme where like there are aliens? Why does it have to be it's not about the Jews. I promise it's not. I promise it's not about Jewish people. But every single conspiracy theory ends there. So actually, yeah. I feel like her video is mostly just summarizing things that have happened. I don't know why Ethan is pissed, because he just doesn't, he has a huge ego and he doesn't like when people are mean to him. Naomi, thank you for the 5 gift subs. K-Dog, thank you for the 100 bits for the upcoming Sue skin. I need to get it, thank you. At least when you don't watch the video, it's to have a conversation with Ethan. Klein doesn't watch the video, it's just to be cringe piece of shit. He's grasping at straws to send his deranged dumbass fans after her by acting offended when he's just mad. I don't even understand. Skip Descend, thank you for the 6 months, and also thank you for the 2 gift subs. Thank you. Thank you. Unique Beast, thank you for the 11 months. Does he not use a pop filter? I have no fucking idea, dude. His entire stream is just brutal.
Also, what was she going for there?
She's even mentioned that.
I gotta wrap my head around that.
Why
She
even
says,
mention that?
no, she says, I talked about Nerd City doing conspiracies about World New Order. Not mentioning Jews. She's implying that Jews are intrinsically part of the New World Order conspiracy theory.
Well,
But she stands up.
She might be talking about debunking.
Yeah, she's not saying she supports it.
Yeah,
but
she
she.
I like how Dan literally is like, no, but that's true. That is what the conspiracy theory means. That is actually true. That is where the conspiracy theory ends. That's not her being anti-Semitic, you fucking dipshit. That's her pointing out that the conspiracy theory is anti-Semitic.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she vouched against it.
But I don't think that those are intrinsically linked.
Tell, for example, Nerd City, and discussing how he kind of leaned into the New World Order. I've discussed. This was.
You don't need to fucking put a disclaimer just because you're talking about a Jewish person. Like,
Right, that's what I was going to say.
what are you doing?
She's like, I vouch for Jewish people, but today I won't.
Yeah, today.
Wait, but she does, because you accuse everyone that attacks you of being anti-Semitic, you fucking idiot. It's not that every time she talks about a Jewish person and she talks about how nice she is to Jewish people. It's that you literally accuse every single person that goes after you of anti-Semitism. You think anyone that makes any comments about you is anti-Semitic. That's why she's doing it.
Today I'm gonna change you my. I care about Jewish people. I'm gonna do zero research and totally mischaracterizing shit on this guy for the Jews.
It was quite recent. I'm trying to remember who I was making a video on, because this is not really scripted. So who was I talking about that I was?
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah.
So that those conspiracy theories were coming up.
So you can cut this part. This is an edited video.
Exactly.
Insufferable cunt.
She's like, oh, this is unscripted, by the way. Anyway, so this is a nuanced conversation. Who was it I was trying to?
Unscripted just means that she didn't have a script that she read off of on like a teleprompter. Doesn't mean that the video isn't edited. What?
Think of.
It's based on what they told me.
Why are you even leaving that in? 45 minutes?
So trying to edit this very minimally because I want this to be a conversation.
Good. That's another good way of sidestepping any responsibility. It's just a conversation.
Let's have a conversation.
What do you mean
I say let
responsibility?
the conversation begin.
Conversation begin.
2025 got me already heated from our first fucking day back, man. I'm telling you though, these checks are no longer cashing. That's been my thing and it will continue to be my thing.
Was I talking about?
Well, that's actually not true. They cashed in, but I'm gonna respond anyway.
Jeffree Star, of course. Jeffree Star talking about
Jewish?
The Illuminati and the elites in Hollywood and all that kind of stuff. And I brought in the fact that usually that's implicit of anti-Semitic stereotypes. I've talked about education and the importance of not falling into those things as a result, and the red pill movement and its links to anti-Semitism and its links to
I love Seinfeld.
Islamophobia a lot of the time.
I eat bagels every Sunday morning.
I love Casey Neistat videos.
Young Frankenstein, one of the funniest comedies of all time.
Fantastic.
Airplane.
Oh, come on.
Naked Gun.
I even know a Jewish guy.
Happy Gilmore. I mean,
oh my God.
I think I went to school with one.
To a certain degree, anti-religious sentiment as an act of evil, and vice versa, to as in a weaponization of religion. So I just want that to be a clear stance here. Operation Olive Branch, Master Doc, also linked down below, actually, now that I bring that up. I just know that because I have such
What is all? Is that an anti-Semitic olive branch? What is that?
Olive branch?
Yeah. What is Operation Olive Branch?
Oh, olive branch is just a symbol of peace.
Oh, sounds anti-Semitic.
Dude, jokes aren't even funny. Fuck. Naomi, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Tess, thank you for the 2 years. Thank you.
It's not.
That might be a stretch there.
But I've got you. I got you. It's not. It's a very Israeli, Middle Eastern symbol, the olive branch.
Yeah.
You never know.
Very
That actually is
Mediterranean.
what it is.
I think she
it's a
should have.
nonprofit.
She should have split up her timestamps. She should have did disclaimers and then like I'm not anti-Semitic timestamp because this is a long one.
Yeah.
This is a big disclaimer right here, girl.
Forward and
Blah,
and
blah,
please,
blah, 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 blah. All right, let's get to the
I
conversation.
have the lineup of how I think this started from the inception of the podcast to now. So this will be, I guess, a chapter. I'll talk now. I have my disclaimer. My
By the way, you'll realize after watching this that she's also been a longtime fan that somehow now thinks everything I've done.
From what I could tell, like a day one fan.
Yeah.
I like how anyone who's ever enjoyed any of Ethan Klein's content after he's been on the internet for a decade, which is like, it's honestly, if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, it's pretty unlikely that you've gone this long without seeing one Ethan Klein video, or even just like knowing who he is. And I like how anyone who's watched any of his content ever is a longtime fan that's been there since day one. Day one. Day one. I'm Jewish, raised Jewish, been to Palestine, the whole 9. I know that things that aren't anti-Semitic, I know that calling things that aren't anti-Semitism anti-Semitic is part of our humor to some degree, but when you mix Israeli propaganda being propagated in the media along with people's ridiculous inability to know when to joke about shit has created a shitstorm where all conspiracy theories point to Jewish people now. Hot take is that we sort of did this to ourselves and it kind of weaponized, and it is weaponized to justify genocide. I do think that there are a lot of Israeli politicians like Bibi that do weaponize the Holocaust as a way to say that there's no way that they could be doing a genocide. I think that the people who hold positions of power in the state of Israel do that a lot. And it makes it so that it's impossible to talk about the fact that the state of Israel, regardless of who lives in the state of Israel, the state of Israel is committing a genocide.
We're losing Charlie.
She tries to act like she was just like randomly there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird because she keeps getting such like basic things wrong, and she's a big fan. It's so confusing to me.
She's just a liar. Just like everyone else.
Exactly, maybe.
They're just lying.
Yeah.
That's it.
Politics and then whatever, okay? And if people think that I'm weak in that regard as well, I understand, honestly.
What?
And I also have like a
The thing is like she's hedging super fucking hard because even though she opened this video saying she's so terrified to make this video because of you, the reality is what she's actually afraid of is her fellow snarkers because they are the first ones that are going to turn on her and bite her fucking head off for not going hard enough or focusing on the right things or running
defense for
What a pile of dog shit.
Star.
There's no way she's
and
scared
she
of
might not even
snarkers.
realize it, but that is what you're doing. None
Dan,
of these
LT.
disclaimers were in any way a prevention of, you know, our fans or your fans coming after her. She is deathly afraid of all the other idiots
she should
that she hangs out with.
Those people are fucking
I guess you're right.
You fucking stupid ass. She's afraid of the
Very silly,
H3
but again, I just
fucking
want to be
audience.
honest, right?
They think otherwise is
intense
moronic.
anxiety disorder.
Here we go with
Seriously, holy shit.
hedging. What the fuck? She's so scared. She has anxiety. Then get off the internet. If you have
I'm sorry, I love
anxiety,
you, Dan.
just
I'm
go
sorry.
off the internet.
I can't do H3 more. It's dog shit. It's the worst shit you can watch. People who actually watch it are like wrong with you.
All right, let's get started. At least 5 people have been killed in California's Eaton fire. Fires are ravaging through many different parts of Los Angeles right now. Let's take a look.
The same stories. We welcome you to CBS Mornings. Of course, we're all thinking about the people of Los Angeles today. I know you are too, facing the most destructive wildfires in the city's history, and the pictures are staggering. This is a look at a new fire that broke out last night. It's a Sunset Fire right here in the heart of Hollywood. It is one of 5 fires now burning in a city that is really simply overwhelmed by the scale of this tragedy. And another difficult day ahead. It's those winds. So far, nearly 30,000 acres have burned with very little containment. At least 5 people, we're sorry to say, have been killed. Over 130,000 people are under evacuation orders today. Tony is still in Pacific Palisades. We're happy to say leading our team coverage across LA County. Tony, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Gail. The wind must have shifted just a few moments ago. It's starting to get smoky here again. It's hard to breathe. But let's talk about this grocery store behind me. This was part of a town center that really pulled the Palisades together. The items now charred right there on the shelves where they stood. And charred is a description for just about everything around me. Within a short walk from where I'm standing, there are dozens of homes destroyed, churches and schools gone, even a beloved local library with all of its books still inside, still on the shelves. And that is what 2 days of burning will do. Now there's an all-night, all-out effort from firefighters to hold this fire as best they can. We see them working even as we speak. More than 7,500 crews are on the ground overall, battling what is now 5 big fires, all but encircling the city of Los Angeles and fueled, of course, by those dry.
It's kind of wild that over the course of this fire, we all found out that like a ginormous percentage of mainstream media anchors and like television on-camera personalities are from the Pacific Palisades. At least like for me, it was shocking. So many people are from that area or have been to the Pacific Palisades. Like I've lived in LA for 12 years. I've been in the Pacific Palisades like 3 total times. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful part of Los Angeles. Once I got a ticket on the canyon there because I was walking my dog without a leash because I was carrying him because it was too tired to walk at the time. Fish. It was really annoying. I've pretty much never been back since then. But it's crazy how many of these guys have like are you know, either have been there or are from there directly, actually.
Dry conditions and very high winds. Here in the Palisades, it's the most destructive fire in Los Angeles County history, they're saying. More than 17,000 acres reduced to embers and ash, and more than 1,000 homes and businesses and other buildings included, according to LA County Fire. And take a look at this. All along the famous Pacific Coast Highway, some of the most beautiful beachfront properties in the whole wide world, now gone. We've got correspondents on every part of this story this morning, and we're going to begin about 25 miles east of here, the Eaton fire in and around Pasadena. The death toll is at least 5 there, according to officials. And take a look at these images coming in. These are houses just outside of Pasadena on East Altadena Drive. Here's what they look like now as this fire continues to chew through the city of Los Angeles. And you can multiply that damage, that destruction, by the hundreds, if not the thousands, citywide. Just down the street from that devastation is where we find our Chris Van Cleve covering this again this morning. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. We drove down that road yesterday, and virtually every house that wasn't on fire had already burned to the ground. More than 10,000 acres have burned, 0% containment. 750 firefighters from across California and Arizona are working on this fire. There are water-dropping helicopters in the air at this hour. They say an early estimate, 1,000 structures destroyed or damaged. You can only assume that that number is going to grow. Firefighters say if it weren't for the rapid action of police and fire as this fire was exploding, that death toll would be much higher.
The around-the-clock battle against the Eaton fire, inflamed by harsh winds, continued overnight as firefighters raced to save what they could.
This one's a loss, which is sad, but hopefully we can save the other ones.
Try to keep it so those embers don't kick up.
And move from house to house, and you can see there's houses behind here, so hopefully we can save this whole group of houses.
But for many, help came too late.
Do you feel lucky that you got out when you did?
Yes.
91-year-old Dale Short and his girlfriend evacuated their Pasadena home Tuesday, just hours before we found it engulfed in flames. When Short returned Wednesday, only the smoldering ruins of the place he called home for 6 decades remained.
When you came back up here, what went through your mind?
I have to be honest with you, it really hasn't hit me all yet. I mean, I've got 60 years of memories in that house and 3 children.
Yeah.
Now it's hitting me.
A few miles away in Altadena, we found what could only be described as a hellscape.
This is Altadena, and it's hard to imagine much of anything will be left in this neighborhood. You fire there, you fire there, fire burning over there, more fire over there. That home completely engulfed. There is fire everywhere.
Sam John watched as his neighborhood went up in flames.
This is why they call it an act of God. There's nothing you can do. There's absolutely nothing you can do.
He says he knows his home could be next.
How much hope do you have that this all misses your home?
Little to none. If it does, great. If it doesn't, we got out alive. Our neighbors got out alive.
So many people are still holding their breaths until the winds die down, and that's out of the forecast. One of our big questions this morning, it appears that gas lines are still active in this area. Home after home after home, we see these little, what appear to be gas fires burning. We're going to try to find out why that's happening. Tony?
Yeah, we've noticed that too, Chris. Thank you very much.
This morning, a massive and deadly wildfire emergency.
It's gone. That's all we got.
For a second straight night, wind-driven fires engulfing homes. And overnight, a new blaze popping up in the Hollywood Hills and Studio City.
This home now collapsing.
Cars gridlocked with the famous Hollywood Boulevard evacuated. Along the coast, the Palisades fire exploding to more than 15,000 acres. California's iconic Pacific Coast Highway now a trail of burnt wreckage.
It's devastating. It is apocalyptic. You feel like you're on a movie set. This does not feel real.
It doesn't even look like a house anymore.
At the Eaton fire burning in Altadena, at least 5 people have died. As the fires began, smoke transforming a sunny day into eerie darkness. Last night, the destruction was plain everywhere. Days after this fire began,
Dude, that's crazy. Like, you're watching people cry because their homes are burned, and there's people being like, garbage city anyway. I mean, it's extra funny because, like, I live here, right? But also, like, this is completely unacceptable when people do this for Florida. It's completely unacceptable when people do it for Louisiana, for Texas. Like, it's so stupid. They're like, oh, yeah, hell yeah, dude. You know, California, they suck. They deserve it. Like, it's just so strange. Only acceptable for the UK? No, it's not acceptable for the UK either. What are you talking about? Saw a pretty serious lack of empathy because some of the properties are Airbnbs. Like, I agree, housing is a right, but the way the housing system is set up is not an investment. No, I don't give a shit about the Airbnbs, man. Not all of those houses are Airbnbs. Like, what are you, crazy? Pacific Palisades especially is like an area where people just live. You know what I mean? Those are not Airbnbs. Like, people's homes burn down, you know?
flames continue to spread.
And it's not even just Pacific Palisades, it's like Altadena. Who's getting an Airbnb in Altadena, dude? What are they doing? Are they going to the Bunny Museum? Is that why? Like, what are you talking about?
Is all that's left of this school. The community mourning what's been lost, including famous residents like Billy Crystal, who wrote of his lost home. Every inch of our house was filled with love. Paris Hilton watching hers burn on TV. And Mandy Moore.
Like this is what the media does, because this is the most interesting part of it for the average person. So then it leaves the audiences with the idea that like every single person is Paris Hilton, and it's like their Malibu. It's their 11th Malibu property that burned down. You know what I mean? Like that's not what happened. Okay.
Moore writing, I'm in shock.
I have never flown in conditions quite like this.
A time lapse showing the Palisades fire's rapid and terrifying growth. Overwhelmed fire crews working around the clock.
Here we go.
NBC Los Angeles learning that the LA fire chief warned in a memo last month that budget cuts would affect its response to emergencies. Mayor Karen Bass pressed after arriving back in the city from a trip to Ghana.
Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Bass later saying budget cuts didn't affect the response. During the peak of the firestorm, city officials say hydrants.
Regardless, it's an affluent neighborhood. Yeah, I don't care that it's an affluent neighborhood. Malibu especially is like incredibly wealthy. Pacific Palisades is like doctors, high earning professionals, and normal people live there too in terms of wealth, but I still don't care. It's like it's still so much devastation. And the parts that we're not talking about is like Altadena, or even the area where that almost caught on fire near Runyon Canyon. Like the Sunset Fire, if last night's Sunset Fire actually reached the residential areas, that would have devastated the lives of so many people. Okay? I can't empathize. I look at someone like actor James Woods, for instance, and I'm not talking about James Woods, bro. What are you talking about? He should have stayed in his goddamn house, okay? That's not who I'm talking about. You guys are just like, there's a difference between like, saying James Woods, which I agree, versus like, the Runyon Canyon fire potentially lighting Hollywood on fire. You know what I mean? Or Altadena. Like it's not just like rich out-of-touch celebrities there, okay? There's like normal human beings. Like 75% of the Pacific Palisades is gone. Yeah, Matt Leib's sister's house burned down. My twin sister's house / entire neighborhood in Altadena burned down today, as well as a bunch of my friends. Luckily, everyone is safe with their families. You think Matt Leib's sister is a mega celebrity? The answer is no, chat. You have no... Altadena has a significant black middle-class population with deep historical roots. Altadena Meadows was exempt from redlining policies that prevented African Americans from purchasing property in much of California. I know people who have been directly impacted. They lost everything. Like, the greatest example I can give you is my own personal experience. Like, I lived in Brentwood. Okay? I lived in Brentwood. Brentwood is an insanely wealthy area. Okay? Insanely wealthy. Guess what? I lived with a roommate in an apartment that was built in like 1934. Okay? With the popcorn ceiling, and I was paying like $1,000 a month in rent. I wasn't caked up at all. I was making 35 grand a year. Okay. And I had to evacuate. So if you look at that situation from the outside and you think like, oh, these are just like rich people that live there, you don't understand. There's like mixed income housing in a lot of these places. You didn't own that? Yeah. What are you talking about? Yes, people rent, dude. What? My point is, you don't... Bro, did your hairdresser burn? What is this cut? Man, shut up. Like, there are always random people. You know what I mean? This is like a big city. But yeah, we're going to talk about the fire hydrants in a second.
Unable to keep up with the extreme demand.
What is going on with the water situation? We have had some issues with water. If you stick enough straws into a glass of water, it's going to empty faster.
Water! NBC's Morgan Chesky witnessing it firsthand on the Eaton fire.
Out of every fire hydrant you've seen, what have you found? Right now, we're finding most of them are down or low pressure.
Dramatic before and after satellite images show the scope of the destruction, while a firestorm of unprecedented ferocity continues to rage.
Now, firefighters are doing the best they can, but there are still areas here that are smoldering. The situation yesterday and on Tuesday, we had
80 to 100 mile per hour gusts. Those are hurricane force winds. It would take smoldering embers like this and launch them, say, 3 to 5 miles away, introducing fire to neighborhoods that had no business being part of this blaze. So that's kind of the setup that we had. And right now, the winds have eased a bit, but later on this evening, typical Santa Ana winds, 60 to 70 mile per hour gusts are still in the forecast.
How is it any different than Israel saying Gaza is full of terrorists? It's worse. Israel is not a natural disaster. Israel's directly killing everyone in Gaza. It's ironic, though, because people do say that.
And it just makes it nearly impossible for these firefighters to control
Maybe even some people who say that live in Los Angeles and have their house burned down recently.
All right, Dylan Dreyer. Dylan, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for... You think the current reaction from the fire department would have been the same, even without the budget cut? Not asking this to fight, just curious in your opinion. No, that budget cut is so marginal. What was necessary for the fire department was budget increases, most likely. The budget cut in and of itself, for me, is more so about the spending priorities, showcasing the spending priorities of the locality. Okay, that's what it shows me. If you're cutting $17 million from the fire department budget while adding $138 million to the police department budget, that means there's money out there. And you're putting that money, you're taking money away from the fire department and then putting that money into the police department. That to me is completely unacceptable, especially because there are plenty of people that recognize the unique place that Los Angeles, the unique way Los Angeles exists currently. It's dry as hell. This has been a particularly dry year. It's obvious that, you know, a high wind situation like the one that took place was going to be disastrous, and it happened. And it's devastating. And the fact that the Los Angeles city government didn't consider this to be a serious enough issue is crazy. Like, people can just to me, I feel like people say DEI or whatever dumb shit that they're saying because they're stupid and dumb. How is it like outside your crib? I'm fine, dude. I'm in a safe area. Yeah, chat's hyper focused. They read marks. Anyway.
Good morning to you,
You'll
Tony.
see what some of these conditions look like, the wind conditions.
We can't get much closer. This is one of 3 houses that burned. Right now, the outside looks okay, but as you can see, there's crews inside that 3rd smoldering floor of the house. It's very hard to get crews up here because these are gnarly, narrow roads, but fortunately, they were able to get a hook and ladder up here and stop this. We are in the middle of very dry and dense vegetation. Things could have gotten a lot worse. The legendary Hollywood Hills became the latest flashpoint in
2025 is pretty dog shit so
large
far.
parts of Los Angeles overnight.
Just gonna say.
You guys gotta get out. You guys gotta get out.
Flames broke out around 5 p.m. yesterday in Runyon Canyon Park, a popular spot for hikers and dog walkers.
Our house, you can tell it's next, and we're getting out.
On the streets below the hills, evacuation orders stretched south to the famous Hollywood Boulevard and its Walk of Fame, where spectators gathered to watch the blaze and traffic bottlenecked with residents trying to escape. And on the other side of the hills, Studio City at one point looked to be the next part of a town under serious threat, with flames engulfing homes and acres of brush. An all-out assault by crews dropping water from helicopters eventually gave them the upper hand, but some abandoned homes could not be saved.
It's real people out here going through some real
Right.
real stuff.
Right.
Real things. Losing their clothes, their life, their family, their pictures, their everything that they have had.
And the reason why the fire was able to be contained is because the winds have died down, and these crews are not the only ones that work. Those water drops have really saved a lot of properties around here. Tony.
Lilia, thank you very much. We'll now to Jonathan Bigliotti here in the Pacific Palisades with me. He's been covering the fires here since the first flames 2 days ago, now covering it into a 3rd day. Jonathan, good morning. Yeah, good morning to you, Tony. It's been nearly 2 days since this fire started. What's incredible and what I've never seen before covering a fire, there are still homes catching blaze right now. The fire crew here you see arriving just a short while ago. But we have witnessed over the nearly past 48 hours, home after home catch fire without a single crew in sight.
The Palisades fire has devoured everything in its path, including some of the most exclusive neighborhoods in the country, leaving behind only remnants of what was in the Pacific Palisades, like this spiral staircase. The fire quickly spread to the celebrity haven of Malibu, reducing the once iconic Pacific Coast Highway with its beachfront restaurants to piles of debris and smoky ash.
Just an insane scenario right now. Like, I can't believe that this all across LA, like, this is just happening and it's completely out of control.
Oh my God. This is now considered the most destructive fire in LA County history.
We just arrived here in what is left of downtown Pacific Palisades, and I am overwhelmed by the scale of loss. Many people are going to return to homes that were lost, and even more important, their community completely gone.
Flames also reached a more than 100-year-old church.
Downtown's landmarks like this are quickly being erased off the map. Reinforcements are being brought in, but for a community like this, so much has already been lost.
And more has been lost, with a noticeable shortage in fire crews.
It's been more than 24 hours since this fire first ignited. Homes are still going up in flames on both sides of the street. Over here, this condo igniting, and there is not a single firefighter here on the street.
We've just been evacuated from this Good Samaritan's car. You got it, Dad.
Amid the tragedies, stories of neighbors helping neighbors.
I don't know, man. What's that dude's net worth, you think? I'm a leftist. I don't know. Is he... I'm a right winger. Is he woke and gay? I'm a leftist. Is he rich? He deserves it. Yeah. Class conscious flames erupt. Doing class warfare for you.
This is crazy. There's a fire right outside our car.
Aaron Sampson was taking care of his 83-year-old father-in-law when they knew they had to escape.
We got this. Come on. Turn around.
And let's be clear here, these firefighters are heroes, but they clearly need more support. The LA Fire Chief requesting an additional 1,000 fire crews from Northern California. But the question this morning, why so late in the game? And will they arrive in time to help save homes that are still threatened, like the ones behind me, Tony? Jonathan Vigliotti with the flames still burning behind him. Jonathan, thank you very much.
People were forced to leave their homes with little more than the clothes on their backs. Let's go to our Kana Whitworth with some of their stories. Morning, Kana.
Yeah, Robin, good morning. Look, I heard this fire described here in the Palisades as a monster, and now that we're really seeing the aftermath of it, I can tell you that's a good way to describe it. In fact, I've had multiple people say things to me like every single person I know in Pacific Palisades has lost their home. And it's also striking when you turn this corner to see the vast nothingness now that was once the most sought-after neighborhood in this country. And authorities told me this morning there's a new problem. The homes that are left standing, they're getting reports now of looting.
Taking Bravo underway.
We gotta get out of here. This morning, apocalyptic scenes across Los Angeles as harrowing stories of survival emerge from families fleeing the infernos through tunnels of fire.
All of PCH is on fire right now. It is like driving through hell itself down here. These homes are on fire. You can feel the heat from the flames, even from inside your car.
Desperate to escape,
We've just been evacuated.
Aaron Sampson and his elderly father-in-law fleeing the Pacific Palisades fire, stranded without a car. A good Samaritan driving them 35 minutes before everyone abandoned their cars and continued on foot.
This is crazy. There's a fire right outside our car. We got this. Come on. Turn around. You got it. Keep walking down the hill. We got it, Dad. We got it.
And these cars turning the road into a parking lot. And the ones left, charred husks. Our David Muir on the scene.
The traffic was so bad, they figured their chances were better getting out on foot and running the rest of the way out of here.
it's an apocalyptic scene here.
It is. It is. You see where the bulldozer had to come through and push the cars aside so we can get up here.
My parents' house burnt down, my grandparents' house burnt down, and my aunt and uncle's house burned down.
3 generations of the Doran family now pile.
Do you see how quick they are with the news? These celebrities' homes are burning. Whereas for Palestine, it took Western media decades to show the news what's happening. Innocent Palestinians. They went to Asheville, North Carolina as well. Okay? It's American news in the United States of America in a major American city. Of course, they're going to have a lot of immediate on-the-ground coverage as opposed to the ongoing act of genocide that they participated in hiding from the American public. I don't know what point you're making here. Like, yes, news media is better at covering domestic issues than they are at foreign policy across the board. There are, no journalist is allowed to enter Gaza or they'll just kill them. I'm in so much pain, I swear to God.
Piled into Caitlin's Marina Del Rey apartment. As the smoke cleared, the Palisades village looking more like a war zone than a popular shopping area. Skeletal remains of the businesses unrecognizable. Some homes were spared, but the embers that were blown by the powerful Santa Ana winds would burn homes just next door. The Palisades fire scorching everything in its path, disintegrating homes and vehicles. Residents like Curtis losing everything.
This is pretty devastating. This is pretty devastating. I don't think LA's seen anything like this before.
65-year-old Randy Stokel says his neighborhood has been turned upside down.
I stopped a couple fires. I stopped one that went, and then it reignited at about 4:30 this morning, and thank God I woke up at the perfect time, and I got it, and I stopped it from burning my house, and it's a tough day today.
And the fire swept through the Altadena neighborhood of Lisa Marie Burnside and Stuart Brawley, leaving it unrecognizable.
It's really hard to process what a town that's been decimated by fire looks like.
Shelters packed with evacuees.
You don't know what to grab.
It's annoying. Gonna take an Advil.
No time, and we didn't have room in the car anyway.
So many residents don't know if their home is still standing, but the Rifkin family knows that they lost everything. Their smart home app sending alerts as it burnt to the ground.
I was just sat there in silence, and there's only so much you can do. And being so helpless at this time is it was frustrating. You just saw
burning down
each room go.
You wake up one morning and everything is normal, and you go to bed that night and you have nothing.
The scope of the devastation becoming more clear for many families. Entire neighborhoods reduced to ash, chimneys, all that remain for some.
All the stuff that's here is replaceable. People are not, so.
Very lucky.
So having the family is the most important thing.
Those priorities, right? And you have to think about the sheer panic someone would have to be in to abandon their car and run. ABC News is now learning that local city council members here in Pacific Palisades warned officials in LA about congestion during wildfire evacuation. And now, sadly, George, we have seen their worst nightmare play out.
We certainly have. Okay, Kana, thanks.
We're back. CBS Mornings live here in Los Angeles with the latest on the devastating wildfires here. The area where I'm standing effectively wiped out by the truly massive Pacific Palisades fire, which started on Tuesday morning. It is the most destructive fire in the history of the city of Los Angeles. And it's only part of the story here. This morning, there are no fewer than 5 very fast-moving wildfires in and around the city that firefighters are still struggling to contain at this hour. So far, at least 5 people have been killed and many others have been hurt in this blaze. Fire officials say around 2,000 structures have been destroyed, more than 130,000 people forced to flee their homes. And on that subject, many of those thousands of evacuees are in one kind of
the hell was that?
Agony or another. They don't know if their homes survived in one case, or others have found a way back to those homes, fighting through the smoke, often on foot or on bikes, only to find nothing left when they get there. And even when their houses are still standing, the lucky ones, they soon realize the town itself that supported all those homes is in ruins.
I can't. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everything is gone.
In the neighborhood where Galina Skaya had built her dream home and started a family, you can hear the anguish as she returned to find almost every house destroyed, including her own.
I'm still processing the gravity of the entire situation, just walking down the streets and seeing cars inflamed, full houses leveled.
Her 9-year-old daughter, Minnie, left home for school Tuesday morning and now won't ever get the chance to go back.
What do you think you're going to miss about that house?
I'm going to miss my room, my stuffies. I'm going to miss my neighborhood, walking, going to the bluffs.
Not far away, on a high point overlooking the flames, we found Kevin Pazarande.
I was born here. This is a once-in-a-lifetime, not just fire, but weather event.
His home, as he was able to spot it from the hillside.
Guys, I promise you, you are the most woke when you say, look how they cover, keep it up. Keep up the comparisons between what we're seeing right now in Gaza. Okay, especially in a community like this one. I promise everybody sees it and goes, damn, that dude is actually so woke. These people just lost their houses. Okay, it's nothing in comparison to the lives that people in Gaza, the lives lost in Gaza. Okay, they are entirely
tragedy on top of tragedy on top of tragedy
Israel
on top of tragedy.
Is not a natural disaster. Israel is a state. Israel is a foreign ally, an extension of American empire. Israel blows up Gaza with our tax dollars, with the tax dollars of some of those people that are in these fires. Okay, there are comparisons you can make between this and Gaza. But I don't know why you just sit there and constantly just go, dude, it just looks like Gaza, and they have no sympathy for Gaza. They have no sympathy for Gaza. It's like, yeah, I know, man. They don't. Okay, please. It's so boring and annoying to just like repeat it over and over again. I know they don't. You don't know them though. No, we're not talking about the victims. We're talking about the journalists. Or at least I am. So if you family was in Israel, you would still support Gaza? I don't know. I live in the United States of America, and I still think that we should stop doing war crimes. So what do you think? So yeah, if my family lived in Israel, I would make sure that they don't live in Israel.
Is still there, at least for the moment. But other evacuees came to this very same hill feeling less optimistic. Matt Baker pulled up in the very same car he evacuated in. 90% sure his house is gone.
I was going to remodel the house in Malibu, started, and I had all my belongings and property there.
After generations here, he's not sure what's next.
Well, you got stuff.
It's just like showing guys like this is probably the reason why half of chat's like, yeah, let it burn. You know what I mean? It's like, it is, I get it. It is hard to sympathize with a guy who lost his house when he's like, well, I'm going to be remodeling my Malibu home. And now I can't.
Up in the car here. What's your plan now?
I don't know.
As we spoke to Matt, Austin Malosh saw our cameras and came by desperate for news about his house in an area known as the Alphabet Streets. It doesn't look good, I told him, sharing a note I'd received from another resident.
I seen a lot of red smoke before I left, so I figured it's...
Brian Thompson had a wife and kid equivalent? No, dude, what? You don't know what that guy does? What's wrong with you? Even then, it's not the same. His vibes are just bad. He's rich and his vibes are... Do you know, is he the CEO of United Healthcare? Like, why are you comparing him to that guy? Why are you assuming that he is the CEO of a for-profit healthcare company? What the hell? Some of y'all are so dumb. I think for some people, they just hate, they loved Luigi because, like, I guess Luigi just shot and killed a rich guy. They just don't have any assessment whatsoever of, like, the many horrible things that Brian Thompson contributed to. That's it. A lot of people are just like, nah, just kill the rich, dude. It's awesome. Some of you are dumb babies. That's not how this works. And that's not the point. I understand the animosity that you might have towards those who are more fortunate than you. I get it. Trust me. Okay? I get it. Your life is shit. And you got all these rich assholes running around myself included. Like, look at me. I'm the rich baby, okay? Yeah. Out of touch. And you're like, F that guy. The point isn't to... It's not about... Your leftism should not be off of envy or anger or resentment towards just the successful people, financially successful people, wealthy people in general. It should be about how that wealth is accumulated. It should be about fixing the systems. Although a little bit of resentment towards the wealthy goes a long way. I think it's healthy to have in general. But just stop being reactionary.
A lot of stuff is gonna go down, but it's just more like I want to know, you know?
It looks like a war zone. It looks like something out of a movie. Like, you can't believe it's happening to you.
For him and his friends, it feels now like their whole childhoods are gone.
We were just going on Instagram and Twitter, and we just...
Biden speaking about the wildfires on CNN.
To right now. And this morning, due to the magnitude of the disaster, I was talking with the governor. He requested if I could increase the federal funding that was authorized under this legislation from 75% to 90%. We're increasing it to 100% of all the costs to be covered by the federal government for both the fire management systems grants and the elements of what they call the disaster declaration. So today I'm announcing that the federal government will cover 100% of the cost for 180 days. This is going to pay for things like debris and hazard material removal, temporary shelters, first responders' salaries, and all necessary measures to protect life and property. And folks, I want to underscore, I told the governor and local officials, spare no expense to do what they need to do and contain these fires and in their communities that have really been devastated. And we're doing literally everything we can at a federal level. That's also why I call this group of folks around this table of all relevant federal departments and agencies together to discuss what more we can do, and some of the folks around the screen as well. Before we begin things, here's an update on where things stand right now. First, we focused on helping contain these fires. Over the last 24 hours, the United States Forest Service, working with state and local responders, has suppressed over 50 fire starts. And the fire in the Hollywood Hills has been contained by brave firefighters risking their lives. Right now, 3 major fires are still burning in the Pacific Palisades, in Pasadena, and in Sylmar. I want to be clear. What I know from talking to the governor, that there are concerns out there that there's also been a water shortage. The fact is, the utilities understandably shut off power because they're worried the lines that they carried energy were going to be blown down and spark additional fires. But the Cal Fire, and when it did that, it cut off the ability to generate pumping the water. That's what caused the lack of water in these hydrants. And so Cal Fire is bringing in generators to get these pumps up and working again so that there's no longer a shortage of water coming out of these hydrants. I'm also surging all federal resources possible to Southern California, including 400 additional federal firefighters, over 30 firefighting helicopters and planes, federally supplied, firefighting planes and helicopters, and 8 Department of Defense C-130s that are equipped to suppress wildfires. Today, the Secretary of Defense also authorized 500 wildfire ground clearing personnel from the Defense Department. And I've directed the department to continue working with Governor Newsom to identify additional resources that can be provided for public safety and security. And we've secured additional firefighters and firefighting aircraft from our ally in Canada as well. I also want everyone in Southern California to know we're going to keep at it. We're sticking with this. We expect there may be a temporary break in the winds, but in some areas the winds are likely to continue well into next week. And so we're going to continue to sending everything, literally, every resource we can find that's appropriate to help the governor and the first responders. Second, we're focused on helping people who have been displaced or in many cases lost everything. You reported on, you've seen the homes just burned to the ground, whole areas burned to the ground, large areas. They've been displaced and they've lost everything. As I said, since the fire started, FEMA has been working with the state to help residents get shelter, groceries, prescription, and other critical goods like baby formula. We're also sent FEMA Director Criswell to Los Angeles to manage our response on the ground. She was supposed to be on this call, but we have the deputy here because she is out in the field with the governor right now, surveying what's going on. Let me close with a message to the people of Southern California. We are with you. We're not going anywhere. To the firefighters and first responders, you are heroes. Many of these firefighters are out there risking their lives and some, well, I won't go beyond that, but risking their lives, and while their own homes are in danger, their families are in danger. To the firefighters and first responders, you really are, it's not hyperbole, you're heroes. You're genuinely heroes. And the worst, you know, this is the most widespread, devastating fire in California's history. It's amazing. And there's nobody who understands it better than the press who have been covering this on a minute-to-minute basis. And you literally have to run into the flames, these firefighters. You know, that old expression, God made man, then he made a few firefighters. Who runs into flames? You know, in doing so, you're leaving your own families and who may be in harm's way as well. So we owe you. And we're going to make sure you get every resource you need, every possible resource you need. You know, to the families who have been impacted by this disaster, you're living through a nightmare, I know. And I promise you, we're going to help you get through this and eventually recover and rebuild. I'm going to turn it over now to the Vice President before we go on to the folks in the various cabinet positions as well as agencies that control these issues. Madam Vice President, I know you're directly affected, so you fire away. No pun intended.
All right, as the President throws it to the Vice President, we want to show you another drone video on the right of your screen. A new drone video coming in earlier today over the Pacific Palisades area in Los Angeles County. House after house after house gone. It's just heartbreaking. We're going to have more from the region next. Stay with us.
They cut Kamala for the drone footage, bro. They cut Kamala for the drone footage and then hit the commercial break. She's so Jover. People that say that she's gonna have a robust political career after this are so funny to me. You straight up skipped her, bro. She's got no motion. She's done.
She's Hillary coded now.
Let's listen to the water pressure, water hydrant theories.
You hope to be able to deploy the aerial assets more when the wind is dying down, but there are reports that there is no water in the hydrants in some of the areas battling this fire. But city officials are saying and telling CNN that there's no water shortage. So what's happening?
Well, I did get a little education on water supply systems for the Palisades.
Did the fire burn away her mustache?
But
no, I shaved, and also I'm gonna end it. I can't stream today. Dude, I'm crazy for even trying. I'm crazy for even trying to stream after the dentist. It's insane. I'm in a lot of pain, Chad. I'm sorry. I have to take the day off. I really wanted to cover this stuff, but I gotta go. I am in an endless amount of pain right now. All right.
Yeah, damn.
What do you know? The world is on fire. It really is apocalyptic. It feels like we are at a point in our society where there's a genocide happening in Gaza and people are using that brutality for their own ends, these sociopaths that run our government. And then in Los Angeles, the world is on fire. And it's a bunch of wealthy oligarchs who and money, interests, imperial interests, what have you, weapons manufacturers. These are the people that are destroying our society. And it's a big reason why I think there's a lot of nihilism and people feeling dispirited right now. And the images out of LA here, let's just play this. This is an overhead shot from KTLA 5 News in Los Angeles, aerial footage of the Palisades area in Los Angeles after the smoke has cleared out, and you can just see how much damage the wildfires have inflicted.
Mike, I can't believe my eyes what we're seeing here in the Pacific Palisades and into Santa Monica. Just nothing but destruction. All those hot spots are structures that have burned or are burning right now. As I zoom in, it's just home after home. I don't even have the words for it to describe. Look at this area here. This is off of, it's off of Rimmer Avenue and Monument Street. I mean, just homes are destroyed here, just wiped out completely. It's just really unbelievable to see the devastation here, the structures that are still on fire, the businesses that have burned, the homes that have burned down, apartment complexes, fire next to that church there. It looks like a church anyways, but it's just unbelievable to see all this. I'm going to bring in our map system so you can see the streets that are affected here, but it is burned all the way to the shoreline, all the way down to PCH, and there you see the shoreline there, but it is just our first time looking at this. The smoke is cleared, and we're getting our first look from above at all the devastation here throughout the Pacific Palisades.
That's a helpful visual, and you can see from the air there, this was also some footage in the Palisades that was circulating inside a home in Los Angeles. You can see what it looks like when the flames are literally engulfing your home. This was shot by a resident, and I think they're okay. But here's some footage. You can see for the podcast audience what this looks like. I mean, it looks like an inferno.
I don't know how this house is still.
Hopefully some fireproof materials.
You'll be okay? You'll be okay? Hi? You're gonna be okay.
So that's what that looks like. And we're going to be talking about greening our public utilities in just a second with our guests. But, you know, now, as I mentioned, 5 people have died. Nearly 200,000 people are under evacuation orders. Tens of thousands of acres have been burned. There are now 5 fires that have cropped up. It got worse last night. The water supply has also been really scarce because of the existing conditions. I mean, there's inequality issues and hoarding by the wealthy, but like LA hasn't logged more than 1/10 of an inch of rain since May of 2024. This is a climate issue. And now many residents are under a boil order notice because there's ash in the water supply.
Also, the air is not really safe to breathe.
Right. And to make matters worse, State Farm, which is one of the biggest insurers in California, canceled like hundreds of home policies. I saw 1,600 was a figure that is estimated right now in the Pacific Palisades. Can we put up that thread or that explanation here by Basil? Go to the first tweet, if you don't mind. So State Farm is trying to claim like, oh, it was the burdensome regulations that pushed us out and caused us to cancel all these home insurance policies. What else could we do? It's California being liberal and authoritarian or whatever. But here's the real explanation from Basil Mershabash. Do not under any circumstance buy this corporate propaganda from dominant home insurance carriers like State Farm. California law allows insurers to make reasonable profits on the risks they take. If state regulators rejected a premium level proposed by State Farm, it was probably because the proposed premium would have allowed State Farm to reap unreasonable profits. In other words, to gouge homeowners desperate for home insurance. State Farm almost certainly left California because it could, not because it was forced by premium caps. The fundamental problem in the home insurance market is that consolidation has largely eliminated competition among carriers. In absence of competition, the remaining home insurance carriers can make monopolistic profits in low-risk, low-cost regions of the country and in states that let them charge whatever premiums they want. As a result, they have little incentive to serve high-risk, high-cost markets, especially in states that do not permit them to charge unjustifiably high premiums. And they're going to claim that, well, we needed to charge these premiums because of the risk. If you could go to that third tweet in the thread here, Bradley. you can just see that California has granted State Farm premium increases previously over the past few years. This is, as he mentions, a problem of consolidation, of these insurance companies being able to gouge people whatever they want. And then, of course, the overall structure of the fact that this is not going to get better. How are we going to protect people and their homes?
And profit at the same time.
And profit at the same time. I mean,
that's the thing is, like, to the extent that these become monopolies, competition is one route for it, and maybe antitrust is a way to do this. Or we have a public insurance against climate crisis. Yep. And everybody gets covered, whether you're in the Appalachians when it gets flooded or whether you're in the Palisades. We all have to be in this together. And these all this stuff, acrimony about private insurance companies, well, guess what? We don't need to have you. And it's always funny because it's like they always say, we just want to do our insurance business. No, you want to get profits.
Right.
Like, let's be real. And that's never actually put forward because it's shameful. And most people don't actually think it should be involved in something like either healthcare or, houses getting burnt up because we can't protect the environment anymore.
It's without that option, and without, at the very least, heavy regulation and imposing penalties on these private insurance companies, at least in the short term, to force them to cover folks in these areas, we are going to see millions of people lose their life's savings potentially because we're encouraged to put all of our eggs in the home ownership basket over the next few decades due to climate-related disasters. I mean, that's the reality that we're looking at right now. And this is a part of what we've been talking about, which is like what needs to be central to any leftist vision of the world, which is decommodifying these essentials so that people are not decimated when the socialized losses that oil and gas and capitalists have imposed on us take out everything they've ever owned. I mean, these are communities that are gone. And if you're like, wagging your finger at the liberal coastal elites in this current moment, and because some of these areas are wealthy, you are really missing the forest through the trees here. No pun intended about this horrible wildfire. If it's not Malibu, it's going to be areas in Florida. And like the Hollywood Hills fire, what was freaking people out so much about that was that had the potential, and I'm not sure about the updated information, to go into an extremely densely populated area around Hollywood, which is more low income. So some of the reactions that I've been seeing have been silly, but we should all be in this together. And frankly, these oil and gas companies should be nationalized and then broken apart because they don't have any incentive to stop. They're trying to make money.
All these people have incentives, also including the AI industry, which is using a massive amount of electricity and making climate change worse. They all have an incentive to point the finger in the wrong direction, which is something that, we'll talk about later in the show.
Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.
You've probably seen this clip before.
You should yourself.
But despite how famous the memes of him are, few people know the whole story of the man behind them. Known online as Low Tier God. He claims his real name is DeLuian Sparrow, although his real name is more than likely Dale. And he's probably the funniest fighting game player of all time. Born in South Central Los Angeles on the 19th of November, 1984, or 1990, if he's to be believed, Dale had a difficult childhood, with his father abandoning the family. While he doesn't hold that against his dad, he does resent that neither he nor his brother were given the attention necessary to become athletes.
That's why I'll never ever forgive my dad, period. Because not only did
you fucked up with me. You fucked up with my brother, too. My brother is like 6'6". I mean, man, you could have coached one of us into making you some paper.
Under his mom's care, he was kept out of public school and sent to a private Christian school instead, presumably to try and keep him away from the presence of gangs in public schools in South Central Los Angeles. While he did effectively avoid that danger, he walked right into another one. When he was between 5 and 7 years old, he claimed to have been molested by his teacher's teenage daughter. Surprisingly, he describes this very casually, trying his best to imply that it wasn't all that traumatic.
Basically, there was lots of females that fondled with me when I was a kid, but I'm not the type of person that's gonna snitch. I knew something was right, and that happened in private school, man. Shit happened in private school, but I only know about the heterosexual shit.
It's pretty shocking to see a guy spinning this kind of terrible childhood trauma into proof that he's super straight, but as we'll see later on, this kind of absurd thing is par for the course with low-tier God. Later on in school, he was often picked on for being unusually tall and a bit of a nerd. But besides that, not much is known about his early life. While he made his first YouTube account in 2006, he remained in obscurity for a good while after, as it would take years before he attained notoriety. But long before he was getting in hot water online, he was doing so in real life. In 2005, when he would have been 20 years old, his then 17-year-old girlfriend filed a restraining order against him for domestic violence prevention. In the documents, she alleged, Dale said that I'm a slut and that he wants to kill me and everyone around me, and that if he doesn't do it, he'll have someone do it for him, and that I better watch my back. She also requested that he lose the right to purchase a gun due to his anger issues. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like anything happened after this restraining order was requested. A couple of years later, he was arrested and eventually charged with a felony for receiving stolen goods, although he got off with 3 years of probation after staying in jail for a little over a month. However, this sentence made it hard for him to get a job, so he enrolled in a college, where he pursued a degree in health and fitness and a bachelor's degree in business. Or, at least, that's what he listed on his LinkedIn profile, but a lot of people have been known to lie on LinkedIn, so he may or may not have those degrees. Speaking of his LinkedIn, he also claims here that, from 2006 onwards, he was working as a freelance actor and took part in numerous media, including reality TV shows, although I haven't been able to find any record of that. As far as I can tell, all that he really had to his name was his YouTube channel, then under the username Sparrow25, which foreshadowed the name of his eventual channel, DeLuey and Sparrow. Keep that name in mind. Now, on his main channel, he uploaded videos of himself playing Street Fighter games, mainly Street Fighter 4, with the main gimmick being that he picked low-tier characters that most competitive players tended to ignore and find a new way to win with them. In 2012, he also started working at Goodwill as a donation processing volunteer, presumably out of necessity, and because that's all he could really get with the felony charge on his record. But it doesn't seem like working at a charitable organization really gave him a more empathetic spirit.
While all of you are in the final round, this is what I'm doing. All of you.
However, in late 2013, Dale got his first big break when he uploaded a video titled "A Message to Boogie2988 and His Wonderful Fans."
I don't give a about that aftermath from any of you Boogie fans that feel sorry for this greasy, you fat, disgusting, ass-smelling, blob, cheese-drinking, Crisco bathing, lard gargling, calorie thieving, cooking a George Foreman grill just to drink out a drip tray. I know there's gonna be a lot of people out there calling me a bully. Well, guess what? I'm not. I just don't feel sorry for fat people, especially fat, to sit there all day, gorge and eat, and make money for doing absolutely nothing.
Unfortunately, Low Tier God was too ahead of his time on the boogie hate. If he dropped this in 2020, he would probably be a millionaire right now. As you can see from the like to dislike ratio, people weren't too fond of his extremely fat-phobic rhetoric. And just like that began Dale's eternal villain arc. But however much negative feedback he got for the boogie hate video, it wasn't really enough to kickstart his career. And for the following period, he continued to languish in obscurity. In another upload of his from the beginning of 2014, he even expressed resentment towards other YouTubers, including Boogie, who in Dale's opinion did not deserve any of the views he was getting.
I went to a couple pages. KSI is some black dude from the UK that just yells on fucking camera and plays FIFA, and this dude gets damn near 1 million views per fucking video.
Another one of his targets was fellow gamer Darkside Phil.
ESP, some old dude who talk on random games that people shouldn't even be watching. Kingdom Hearts and racing games and all kind of corny shit.
Whom has since been deemed the white version of Low Tier God, or vice versa, depending on which one you think is the original. This perception came from the fact that both of them made careers out of gaming, despite not being very good at video games, and regularly blaming the game's developers whenever they lost. Although honestly, I think he really surpassed DSP on that front, since as far as I know, no matter how much DSP sucked at the games he played, he still kept trying until he beat them fair and square, while Low Tier God became known for cheating on single-player games to beat them.
Only cheat on your mom. Better believe we was in a fake relationship so I could backshot her creamy, wet, sloppy, big, baggy, meaty pussy.
But whenever anyone brought up the similarities between him and DSP, Dale became unusually angry. Well, it's not unusual for Dale to get unusually angry, but you get the point.
But I'm warning you, for the last time, any of you motherfuckers call me that black DSP shit in person, it is a wrap for you. Because as soon as I go into anger mode, my speed twitches faster, I'm stronger.
Now, I'm generally all for toxic gaming and classic Black Ops 2 lobbies with people insulting each other. However, it was clear that Dale's issues were much more deep-seated. And if you think that he's just playing it up for the sake of content, he's not. He's actually like this 100% of the time. Noticing how easy it was to get him fired up, trolls began deliberately seeking out ways to further enrage him. For example, whenever he knew he was going to lose a match, he would just leave it before it could count on his stats. So as a result, people started reporting him, which eventually got him a ban from Xbox Live. Now, I suspect that you can probably jerry-rig Xboxes to circumvent a ban and make a new account, but that's probably too complicated for him, so instead, he just bought another Xbox whenever that happened. Which, by the way, happened 4 separate times. And of course, each time he was thoroughly dominated and humiliated by his trolls, he went to the nearest GameStop and bought himself a new Xbox. All because he's addicted to raging in fighting games. By 2014, Dale had accumulated a little bit of clout in the niche of fighting games and decided to go up against Viscant in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. According to Low Tier God, they played a set, which meant they competed until one of them got to 5 wins, and Low Tier God got there first. However, Viscant insisted that they kept on playing, which eventually caused the score to go from 5-3, favoring Low Tier God, to 20-6, favoring Viscant. This caused Dale to act out as he usually does, insulting people in his videos. In one upload, titled "Why Most Gamers Are Single," he uses Viscant's picture as an example of an unwashed and unattractive gamer.
You forgot to eat. You even forget to take a piss. Keeping up with those habits continuously will have you looking like this guy.
And upon discovering what he'd done, Viscant got into a little bit of drama with Dale on Twitter, during which he accused him of not playing actually low-tier characters and winning with them, which was basically his entire gimmick, before going on to call him the Black DSP. The beef was really heating up, and as a result, a grudge match on Street Fighter 4 was called on October 24th, 2014, to finally settle their problems. And it grew to be a pretty large event, being fully televised and accompanied with interviewers. Initially, Viscant gave a solo interview in a crowd of cheering fans, discussing the beef between him and Low Tier God, and things got pretty heated.
That's a bitch move. He said I wouldn't call him that to his face. Wherever you are, you're a bitch.
After a little back and forth, it came time to actually play. And while Low Tier God did his best, it just wasn't good enough to clinch the win, with Viscant winning by 10-6 and proceeding to tell Dale to go back to the McDonald's he worked at, along with other positive words.
There's gonna come a point when you forget about what happened, and you're gonna wanna come back at me. And you're gonna wanna wash the taste of my dick out of your mouth.
The beef was over, and it should have been officially settled, but Dale wasn't going to take it lying down. A few weeks after the fight, he stirred up drama again, with a video titled "Addressing the Internet," which would eventually become a series for him. In the first half, he put forth a variety of copes for his loss, claiming that Viscant had 2 people coaching him, despite Dale also having the same amount of people coaching him, and claiming that a 10-6 victory wasn't good enough for someone who plays video games professionally. Then again, Street Fighter was Low Tier God's main focus, and not a game that Viscant was even particularly familiar with, and he still won without it even getting close. If Dale was so confident, he could go play games professionally himself, but given that he refused to bet money on his performance, it's likely that this is just him blowing hot air again. The conclusion of this match went viral on YouTube, now sitting at a whopping 6 million views, along with re-uploads getting similar amounts, and a comprehensive review of the situation from YouTuber Crobecat also getting 6 million. While Dale frequently gets called the Black DSP, in some ways he's more like Wings of Redemption, attention. He could have just taken the L and moved on with his life, but instead, he was as sore of a loser as possible and did everything in his power to make himself look bad from that point onward. And that's not even mentioning the strange complexes around race and masculinity he developed as a consequence of getting destroyed by Viscant on Street Fighter 4.
Because when the Europeans came on the ships and seen
African ass bouncing and tits jiggling like National Geographic,
tall statures, thick thighs, they was blown away. Never seen bodies like that until they landed in Africa.
You the fuck is what's wrong with society, you dumb, ignorant black? This is why black people are last in place. Because of dumb, ignorant, retarded, worthless pieces of black.
Despite how obnoxious and psychotic Dale eventually became, at the time, the only content about him was making fun of his gaming skills. Stuff like "This Is How You Don't Play" compilations, where people picked the funniest highlights of his videos and uploaded them. Unfortunately, these videos now only exist via re-uploads since, again, exactly like DSP, Dale obsessively looked for these and copyright striked them. When his copyright strategy proved unsuccessful, he threatened to start recording his streams with no mic or camera on, unless the offending channels were taken down. But of course, that was just another empty threat. A year later, a now 29-year-old Dale started dating a girl named Elena, whom he allegedly started interacting with when she was still 17. She occasionally showed up during his streams, and his treatment of her was pretty poor to say the least.
You're not putting hands on no one.
Tell me that again, dude.
What you gonna do?
Tell me what the f I'm gonna do. I'm not f***ing around.
You're not putting hands on no one.
Get the f off my stream, dude. Seriously. I'm not playing.
She'll become much more important later on, but we do have to establish her as a character in the low-tier God extended universe. Now, at some point in 2015, Dale graduated, although he continued to work at Goodwill, as his streams weren't nearly successful enough for him to do it professionally. Despite lacking a proper fan base, since a significant amount of his following was composed of his haters, he decided to start a clothing line called The Covenant in December of 2015, and it sold a grand total of 1 hoodie on its first day. Then in early 2016, he got banned on Xbox for the 5th and last time, so he finally switched over to PlayStation. Around this time, he was coincidentally matched against Darkside Phil in a ranked match, but since they were in Dale's territory, Street Fighter, even DSP knew that it was over from the moment it started.
Oh God. Another Relento means another match I'm gonna get effing bodied, dude. Every match with Relento I get bodied now. It never fails.
They should have competed on who can get into more debt. Would have been a much more riveting contest, but I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. Now, I would say that Dale's Twitch was going downhill at this point, but really, his online career had failed to launch from the beginning. He got barred from getting a subscription button, allegedly due to his trolls view-botting his streams, leading him to resort to making money in alternative ways, such as selling mod chips to his viewers. This is against Twitch TOS, and as a result, he got his second ban. And I didn't mention the first ban because the reason for it was never given. Soon after, he came back, although it would probably be better if he had just stayed gone, since he walked right into a 50-loss streak against a streamer. And that streamer was named Pun Is Here. Dale had been saying that he wanted to fight against a good Chun-Li player, and upon getting what he asked for, he floundered for an hour and a half, complaining about it the entire time.
Can't win with a fucking real character. You need a character like this, bitch.
Not satisfied, he went above and beyond sore loser status by calling on his viewers to attack Pun, leading to another Twitch ban, this time being indefinite. And from here, he finally decided to give up on Twitch and move over to YouTube, making a video about his ban, claiming he had been unfairly targeted by malicious trolls.
Everyone who watches my stream, you guys know for a fact that my stream is just crowded with trolls. People have done numerous things to see me fail.
In order to stifle the troll activity in his chat, he set up some new rules for his streams, including, but not limited to, a ban on the use of salt emojis, censoring names, especially troll names, as well as Kappa names in chat. He also demanded $10 to turn his camera on, and if he didn't get at least $20 within the first hour of his stream, he would just turn it off. Now that he had revamped his entire operation to prevent anyone from trolling his streams, he could finally be a regular streamer who didn't rage and hurl insults at people's mothers. And finally, now he could focus on the game. Of course, I'm being sarcastic here. Instead, nothing changed at all. If anything, it actually got worse from here on out. Dale challenged the Super Smash Bros. Community to a Street Fighter match, arguing that no one who plays that game could beat him because they are plebes. I think he was trying to say plebs here, short for plebeian or plebeian, but his anger mode prevented him from seeing clearly, which I'm understanding of.
Like National Geographic.
But Dale had the misfortune of having Anti, a Super Smash Bros. Player at the time, take him up on the challenge. The two matched a few days later, and Anti beat Low Tier God 2-1, followed by another game, which Anti won by 2-0. LTG took this loss pretty badly, accusing his opponent of being a coward for not doing the full best of 5 games, and for using the character Ken, which Low Tier God said was overpowered, and for playing against him at 3:40 a.m. when he was sleepy, thus making it unfair. But that wasn't all. Dale proceeded to go on a wild tirade, blocking anyone who even mentioned Anti, going as far as to call him racist slurs like tar roach, and saying things like, "This is why I don't deal with blacks." He made a whole video about it and then challenged him to an anonymous match.
When you're alpha and you're dealing with betas, you're dealing with guys who want to run off on the plug. You're the type of guy who would sucker punch somebody, run, and claim you beat them up, claim you whooped their ass.
And if that wasn't enough, he was so angry that he also released a diss track.
Resembling a Zulu, page 55, geographics. You're the black guy that they would hire for demographics. Moved from streets of Rage 3, had it inside my temporal lobe. Skin be the same color as a bowl of Cocoa Krispies, though.
If losing to every established competitive gamer he ever managed to match up against wasn't bad enough, a few months later, he randomly matched against a 14-year-old kid who, by a stroke of fate, happened to be recording his gameplay. Even though the recording is from the perspective of the kid, we can easily figure out how Low Tier God was feeling during it.
I bet he's mad. Yo, I clutched it. Oh!
This clip of a child beating him got over 500,000 views, leading Dale to seethe on his Facebook page, demanding that his fans put 200 dislikes on it or he wouldn't use his camera or mic during his streams anymore. Keep in mind, this all happened when the video only had 13,000 views. So I think this was his attempt at keeping this L undercover and not letting it get any more traction on YouTube. However, if that was the objective, it clearly failed. He also made a comment on the video, challenging the uploader to a 10-round match, which never happened. He even did a reaction video to it where he calls the 14-year-old a fat scrub who got lucky. But Dale kept trucking along, trying to improve his skills while streaming and attempting to make a living. And this leads us to December of 2016, when Dale found himself matched up against a top 8 player in Street Fighter, Lee Joe, where they would both stream their match live. Unsurprisingly, Low Tier God got rolled and smoked to the tune of a 1-4 loss. But what's really entertaining is how the two behaved during their match. While Low Tier God seethed, Joe was having the time of his life and even pulled the classic Low Tier God move of leaving the match right at the end.
Dude kept spamming a move that was +3 over and over again simply because it was lag.
As they continued to play, Dale grew increasingly angry at his own inability to stop Joe from throwing him.
You know, I'm gonna rage quit on this dude for fun. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rage quit on this dude. You scrub.
As you can see here, he was threatening to rage quit the match long before it was even close to its final round because he knew that the inevitable was coming.
Worried about what the f***'s going on for season 2. You're not making it to top 8 Evo next year. Blow it, broad. That's sus connection. Mike muted.
Oh, I got a headache.
While things were fairly standard for him in the streaming world, 2016 was one of the lowest points in his personal life. He'd been banned from Twitch for a few months, and the loss of streaming revenue was really getting to him. That summer, he did start a new series called Critical Times. And in the first video, he reveals some of his vulnerability, opening up about his financial struggles.
I live paycheck to paycheck. I'll show you guys how much my check was later. But just know that every time I get paid, it's going to another CEO, another company, and I'm fucked for the next 2 weeks with bullshit unless I get donations on YouTube, sell some t-shirts, or, you know, shit like that. Trying to get these headshots, they cost $240, but it's hard to save up when you don't make shit.
Now, while it was obviously fun for a lot of trolls to disparage him for how he behaves during games, there were some elements of Low Tier God that were genuine, although they rarely came through. One could even empathize with him talking about struggling to get jobs, even though he had a couple of college degrees, something that a lot of young people experience. And later that year, he also expressed being sick of getting made fun of for working at Goodwill. So he quit and instead got a job as an assistant manager at GNC, a supplement company. For some reason, he also claimed that this job would help him on his way to become an actor. I'm not really sure what made him think that, but you know, who am I to say? Regardless, things seem to be looking up. Dale had just reached the 10,000 subscriber milestone on YouTube.
Motivated, determined, resilient, confident, mentally untouchable. Notice I didn't say physical because no man is. Unfortunately, our physiology limits us anything past that.
Don't get me wrong, he definitely should be happy, but making a motivational video when you just got your second job at age 33 may be going a bit overboard, but hey, I'm still happy for him.
I walk a path that was aligned for me since the beginning of time. The Creator gave me life through abundance, allowing the correct blend of souls to cross paths, but not only to make eye contact, but to share passion with one another.
Unfortunately, his satisfaction wore off very quickly as his goals of becoming an actor weren't coming to fruition, and he was frustrated with his job, saying that it had the dumbest management ever. He also claimed that he had 3 jobs, which a lot of people doubt is true. But most importantly, he was in exactly the same spot as he'd always been when it came to his career as an online personality, losing games and whining about it with creative racial epithets. Here, we have him attacking Brazilian detractors by attaching an image of Brazilian natives, saying that his mic and cam would be off during the stream due to how upset he was. His hatred for Brazilian
Hello.
Anything?
Oh, you are very, very, very quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. There you are. I got you. I mean, loud and clear.
You're coming in a little quiet.
Okay. Let me.
I'm not even in in a Call of Duty.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. So wait. Okay.
Yeah.
So when. All right. Let me. All right. I'm gonna. All right. What are you looking at right now?
I'm on the title screen for Black Ops 6. I know I don't want to be there.
Well, yeah. Get out of there. Here. Give me just 1 second. Because I'm in DMZ. I'm going to back out just so I can see what you see. Second. I'm about to go into the. What do they call this thing?
This is just so. Oh wow, that's loud.
All right. So are you looking at the Hey, what are you seeing right now? You're in the. Are you in the Black Ops 6 multiplayer with your challenges
No,
and
not,
the? No.
no,
What are you looking
not
at?
at the moment. I backed out to games. I'm looking at, you know, it's got a list of my whatever the last. It's got a bunch of Call of Duties. It's got Battlefield, Black Ops 6, Cold War, Vanguard,
Whoa,
and
whoa,
then
whoa, whoa! Oh,
X Defiant.
whoa! Wait, what's?
And then,
What are you
and then
looking at?
that-
Are you
I'm
even
looking
in
at my
Call of Duty?
games.
Oh,
No.
no, get out of your games. Get back into Call of Duty.
Any Call of Duty?
Just call it. It's all in one. There's one hub for all the games in Call of Duty. Right now, it's basically set to Black Ops 6, but you can from here you can get to the other games.
Okay. Oh, all right.
So you're looking in like your games. Like yeah, get out of there.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get into Black
okay.
Ops 6 or.
Gotcha. Oh, there we go.
All right, what are you looking at now?
Now I see the Call of Duty games. Go to Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, you're at all games. Yeah, go to Modern Warfare 2.
Is that, like when I go to my games and I look for Modern Warfare 2, it's like
It's not going to be
saying
there.
It's not installed.
It's not going. Well, no, it's not. It's the launcher for all the games are just the one. Is just the one launcher. You want to get to any of the Call of Duty games, you go through the one launcher. And when you're going and like what you're looking at when you're looking at like your collection of games, because you mentioned other games like Battlefield and all those. Like those are your like those are your Xbox inventory, you can say. Like those are your games.
Right.
If you're gonna get to any Call of Duty game, there's the one, and you can get to all the games from that one.
All right. I'm in DMZ.
All right.
Yeah.
We I of course have done zero homework. Today was actually a little busy at work.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I have my have a
What do you got?
flashlight. I'm trying to look. No, I just have my little notes here.
All right, actually, you know what? Here, I'm gonna get us out of this Xbox party and get us into a Call of Duty party. I think I might be able to hear you better.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right. So, yeah, let me make this happen.
All right. Cool.
All right. Hello. Uh-oh. Got no volume. Can't hear you. You're in my party, but I can't hear you. I would check your Call of Duty settings, make sure your voice chat's on, possibly. I don't know. Because your Xbox settings and Call of Duty settings are just different, and it's annoying. But it's just, it's a hoop to jump through. I'm texting you right now. Asking if you can hear me. Oh, I hear you. There you are.
Hey.
All right. We
Just
made
like
it.
old times.
Just like beautiful. Just like old time. Excellent stuff. How are you?
All right, pretty good. I won't be able to play too long, just about 8:15, unfortunately. So
We're going right in.
Just go in and
we're just gonna have a little fun.
see what's what.
Where do you want to go? Mazra?
Yeah, El Mazrou is usually where he up.
You got a plan for the oops. Well, let me equip the weapon real quick.
Oh shit, yeah, that's all right. I gotta do that too.
Equip the weapon. Active. Okay.
30.
Use sense and singularity. Which one should I go with? I'm gonna put one in both slots. Use sense in one slot and singularity in the other. I'm going all out since we're basically gonna play one game. I think it's all the money I've got. I'm gonna bring all the cash in I've got too, which is only about $2 grand. Just in case.
I don't want to be a cheapskate.
No. That's all I got, and it just we got one match. I'm going balls to the wall. I'm set up, ready when you are.
Okay, I am set up. I mean, basically the plan is to try to find, go to one of the 3 locations if we can even find those.
Sure. We'll go to whatever the closest one we spawn by.
All right. Yeah.
If you know them.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly. I think they're all on the lower half of the map.
Okay.
One's the post office. One is a sort of tower. That's not super helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other is an embassy. That's...
Okay.
If you see a weapons case, that thing with a question mark, I guess it means that he should be around there. Look for a question mark and a yellow.
A question mark on what? On a case?
Like called a weapons case. Yeah, like I guess if you see that yellow case with a question mark on the map, I think it means he's there.
Oh.
Because he's not always on the map. I think he pops up.
But that's an indicator, the question mark on the map?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the second we jump in, we'll look and see if there's a question mark. We'll do it.
Looks like we got a buddy here,
bro. I'll back us out. All right, sorry. I don't have squad. That must have been a glitch. I do not have squad fill on.
It's probably a glitch. Yeah, I think that happened in the past.
Yeah. Okay. All right, drum back in. Definitely a glitch. Cool. It feels like yesterday we were playing this game every day. Time is a flat circle to me, man. Yesterday is tomorrow.
Yeah, like when the intro music or whatever, or it was I don't know, there's some guy talking on an intercom as it starts. It's like, oh yeah, that's.
Oh yeah,
bringing me back.
Exactly. That's like a huge thing. Each of the Call of Duty games has their own kind of intro, but the Infinity Ward games has like a similar one each time. Same with Treyarch. Treyarch's got that do. You know them. That sounded horrible. My voice is cracking. There's like a weird tone, like doon doon doon, at the beginning of all their intros.
Oh yeah.
To say it's in Cold War. It's in this one. It's cool. It's fun. Whatever. It's a fun thing to notice. Sorry, I'm chewing peanuts. Let me mute real quick. I'm eating the finest Japanese peanuts Mexico has to offer.
Are those the kind that have like the thin skin on them, or?
Yeah, almost like a shell. I don't know what they cook it in something, but It's tasty. I'm sorry. But I still got you, or we got the mid-match cut off.
Here.
Oh, yeah, I knew it. I knew we couldn't hear each other. I was like talking there for a second. I was like, "Can you hear me? I bet you we can't hear me right now." And
yeah, you're back now. Yeah, if the communications suck on this game, then we know it's the game. It's not, whatever we thought it was before.
yeah, I mean,
My
it's
bad internet connection or
no,
whatever the
absolutely.
hell.
I never thought it was your
My
internet
bad
connection.
modem.
I don't think internet connection would like. I think that would affect other things as well, outside of like if you were having a bad internet connection, like the game would probably like lag on you and shit, and performance would be fucked up. Like if your performance was fine,
Bounces out once in a while.
yeah, I mean the
there's
crash.
a weapons case right here.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Eric, no, you make the train.
Moving? Is it on a train?
It's on the train.
It's on the train.
That's probably not it then, because Pyro
It's
doesn't.
probably not it. All right, don't go there. Don't go there then.
I'll
Don't
mark
go
it.
there. Let's see if we can.
See, there's
find
another
the post office.
Post office. You said these are on the southern end of the map.
There, I just marked it.
Post
That's
office.
the
Oh,
post
cool.
office.
Yeah, let's go. Got a ride? Or nearest? Oh, wait, yeah, we got a 4-wheeler over here. ATV.
ATV marked.
Okay. It helps.
Oh, yeah, this is about 1,000 meters, right? Oh, got enemies all over here. I think they're bots. Let's just keep. No, they're on the ground. Let's just get to the ATV and get out of here.
All right.
Shit, is it on top of the? Oh no, here it is. Cool. You driving?
Yeah, sure.
Come on. Whew, oh shit. Oh, what the hell? I fell off. I'm not with you. I'm running towards you. Alright, I'm on. I'm just not gonna shoot because apparently I hit a button that made me jump off.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your location.
Uh-oh, water? Oh, good moves, good moves. Oh, sorry, dude, I'm looking at your face.
Not really, not really. This thing ain't gonna last too much longer.
Oh, we got about a quarter of power. We're okay. I think we can make it.
Oh shit!
So we don't crash.
I'll show you. We're not gonna make it.
Yeah, we'll make it. not on my watch.
Whoa, I'm getting dizzy.
Oh.
Holy shit!
Are you all right? Okay. I shouldn't be on the front. I'm sorry. Am I blocking your view?
It's all right. No.
I can get on the back if you want to stop real quick.
Wait, where the hell's the post office?
It's right over to the left. Oh, it's still marked. Do you have it marked still?
Okay,
the envelope?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, now we gotta get off.
Let's get off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. It's fine. It happens. We are much closer. Wow. We made it about 800 meters, so we're good.
Good God. It was banging into everything.
You want to loot this building real quick to see if we can find some stuff? Do you have any plates?
Yeah, I guess I do. I should probably put those on.
There's some stuff in there. Oh, cool, a drone. Oh, munitions box. No. Gotta be some cash in here.
Look at that. Oh, this is like a train station.
Yeah. In the shitter right now. We're cashing the shitter.
I think I hear footsteps.
Were they mine? I'm right above you.
Yeah, it might have been.
All right. Let's, oh shit, I heard something. All right, let's keep pushing towards the post office. There ain't shit in here.
All right.
I'm hearing shit towards the west. Oh, okay. Oh shit! I'm on the tracks. I'm coming close. Oh, you are ahead of me. I'm coming. 6. Okay, here's the post office. If Pyro,
so he's gonna be. If
Is this
he's
a stronghold?
here at all, he's post office. It's a,
I think
looks like it's got a.
I think the alert would have popped up. Yeah, I need a downtown post office key.
Well, if he shows up here, it's going to be on one of the upper levels, so we want to get up on the roof or like kind of on one of the scaffoldings.
See if
think off the side.
See if there's any way up.
Here, let's see if I go on this thing. What happens here? Here we go.
Oh, you got a spot?
Yeah.
Truck.
This is what it was. Yep.
Uh-oh. Good shots. Oh shit. We got enemies up here?
That's a denied area. Enemy presence will be high.
Yeah, there probably will be. I think it's like one of these things like, oh man, you can't see through these windows. So I remember seeing something like this.
You're still locked. Oh shit. Guy up here. Oh, armored. Got him. He's dead. God damn.
Nice.
He dropped some intel. I'll take that, I guess. I have one.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Oh great, we're gonna get flying in. Are they flying in on top of us? We're on the ground. I'm gonna. Do I have? I got a proxy mine. I'm throwing it down there. See if it kills any of them. Oh shit! Oh shit! We're taking shots from the armored. Oh, I'm down. I got self revive.
I'll come.
Okay. You watch out on the roof right in front of us. There's a guy shooting.
Alright. We shoot him?
Where'd he go? It's like somewhere. Oh yeah, there he is.
Oh shit.
Something else, I think. Spotted. Oh, he threw a spotter. Shit, I wish I had a grenade. Oh, got him. Headshot him.
Ultra One, you're entering a denied area. Stay alert.
Alright.
Oh, fuck me.
I don't have
This
this.
relentless, man.
Oh, dude. Is there more? Alright, so I think we need a post office key to get in here. And I'm going to be honest, I think if Pyro was in here, we would have got a notification already.
Yeah.
What were
Let's
the
look at the wider map and see if there's any other.
Any
the
other
weapons casing is on a.
It's still on the train, yeah. At least that one.
Yeah.
What were the other locations? Do you remember?
One was called Tower and another one was Embassy, and I think they're on the southern part of the map. I'm looking right now to see if I can figure it out.
Or an Embassy. I'm not seeing him on here. Hopefully it's not on one of the other maps.
Control Tower, this guy right here.
Oh, Control Tower? All right.
That's one of them. The Control Tower.
All right.
Yeah.
So how are we doing on time? About 16 minutes.
We're fine.
Yeah, you want to go for it?
All right, sure.
Oh shit! Take shots.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Oh, down on the street. Oh god, they're armored up too. Oh Jesus Christ, bro! Shot the shit up.
Right.
Oh shit! Oh, you're up. You're up, John. Sorry, I'm engaging with enemies here. I might have to drop on them to get them some armor. Oh my god! Oh my god! They're in the street. Help!
You want me to come back?
I need help.
All right, I'm coming.
Plates. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay.
I got totally ripped.
Are you okay?
As soon as I
Shit! Cool. These guys are dropping shit. Wait, no.
Go around?
Any frags or anything? Jeez. Alright. Oh shit. More shots. More shots.
Where's that coming from?
Down here somewhere.
Way back out there.
You got eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, I see him. I see him.
They're all over here. Shit.
God damn it.
I don't have any plates.
Alright. I've got a few on my sights here. Maybe these guys might drop some plates for you. Just took one down. Just 2 down. Oh shit. Oh shit. Getting hit by a 3rd. He's down. Oh shit. Guy on my left? On my right?
Oh, I'm down.
Oh shit. That was a player. Got a player on me.
Yeah, yeah.
He was down.
He killed me.
He killed you. Oh shit.
Oh. Yeah, he did.
Oh, he got me too. I'm
almost
self-reviving. Self-reviving. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Oh man.
Is that him? Is that the? Where's the bot and who's the real person?
I don't know. I think this is the. Oh.
Damn it! God damn it! Damn.
Behind you.
Get fucked.
Wow. Nice work.
Sir, I got
Good
plates
job,
here.
dude.
Got plates. Here.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Take a
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
enemy pack. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ooh, thank you, thank you. Ooh. Armor box? Yes. Box. Try to. Wait, no, where you go? Whatever. I got plates, I'm ready. Okay.
Ultra One, tag secure. You're being tracked by enemy operators. Stay
Wonderful.
frosty.
All right. So are we still heading to the airport?
Yeah, or control tower.
Control tower, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you on ammo? I'm okay. Actually, yeah, I'm totally fine. I got 2 guns on me still. I think I
Ultra
still
One, enemy threat is moderate in the AO.
still got my singularity and my loose ends. Oh shit! Oh boys! Oh shit! Plating up, plating up. I took one out. I'm getting up on this building.
All right. There's guys behind us too.
Oh shit! Seriously? Oh, okay. I got this guy on me. Oh my god! Molotov.
Shit.
Shit! Okay, nice shot. Nice shot.
All
right. There's another over here, I think. Oh shit! Oh, behind me! Behind me! Oh my god! What the hell? Oh, he's on the building. He's on the same goddamn building. Holy shit! I almost didn't survive that. Wait, I got stims. Could have been using stims.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements.
Oh great! Now we got chopper coming. God damn it! Okay, guy down this building here. God damn it! They're shooting.
I need to get a second gun. I'm out of ammo.
All right. Okay, there's a RPK right there.
I just grabbed it.
All right, where'd the chopper land? I'm coming back to you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right.
Ultra One, activity has increased in
There's the control towers the other way.
Yeah, down this way. How are we doing on time?
Yeah.
Got 11 minutes.
Don't worry about it. We're just gonna finish the match. I don't care what time it is.
Are we gonna exfil?
Yeah, if we can.
We have an exfil right in front of us.
Well, why do that? Why do that? We're here to like, kill the.
Well, okay. All right.
You know.
I'm with you. You.
We want to do get a little information about these buildings, if nothing else.
Good call.
It is right here. I understand, but.
And now we're still about 1,000 meters away. Oh shit! Now we're taking shots. Oh shit! On this building over here. Shit! There's another guy right in front of you. Fuck. Oh, nice. I'm out of plates. God damn it. Someone's firing on us. Alright, actually there's a shop nearby. I'm good. Oh, god damn it. On fire. I think I might die in a second. I need to revive. Give me your plates. Still got a 1-plate vest, so I need. Oh shit, oh shit. Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
Let's get
is there more? Yeah, there's more over there. And in front of us. Oh, in a truck. Holy shit, this is probably a player. Going for the exfil. Yeah, they just called in the exfil. You want to try to kill these guys and take their shit?
Well, they left.
No, they'll come back. They're in a truck.
Oh, well. No, I got one of them.
This was a bot. That was definitely a bot. You need plates? I've got one.
Yes. I've got 0.
Here.
That's fine.
No, take one. You have one at least. Here, there you go. Oh, that's the exfil chopper. I mean, no. We can do what you want, man. We still got 10 minutes. Someone's shooting at me.
There's a guy down there.
Are they exfilling? That was a bot.
Yeah.
Oh shit, oh shit. I'm completely out of ammo. Fuck. Okay, now I'm taking shots. I'm down, and I'm getting killed. That is a player. I just got murdered by... Yeah, that's players. They're jumping in for the exfil, and they smoked me. Oh, dude. Oh, my God. You got self-revive?
Yeah, but they might throw a bomb on me.
Oh.
Fuck, they did. Oh, so close. Oh, god damn it.
No self-revive.
No. I already did it myself. Oh, well.
Good old DMZ.
No, that's a good old taste of the...
I mean, that's a reminder.
Wow.
That's why, like, and I was thinking, like, should we just exfil? This is the kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because this whole map is just a death bloodbath, murder fest.
It is.
I can't believe you're still alive.
I know, right?
How long until? Are you still bleeding? Oh yeah, there you are. Okay, you're about to.
I'm crawling.
Oh, so close.
We can rot together in the desert. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? If I was gonna rot in the deserts of El Mazro, anyone. That's, okay, I'm playing for help. Help! Help!
Ultra One, copy that. Requesting medical for you now.
I don't know.
Oh man, it goes so fast.
Oh, I mean, this is the most brutal, stressful game mode I've ever played. Outside of like Warzone. Warzone's pretty stressful, but this is like a little more. There's a lot of levels to DMZ.
Yeah, you hop from frying pan to frying pan.
Yeah, man.
Inferno.
You never know what you're gonna run into, and you can run into some shit at any second, like a big group of shit. Nice, let's out of here.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, let's look at you.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Excellent.
Oh.
Well, we'll keep going for Pyro. Assuming you don't.
Yeah, I'll do a little more homework. I just wanted to get a little look at the locations.
Oh, of course. No. I mean, this is the best we can do, dude. Honestly, and like, I'm sorry I haven't been able to do any homework as of yet. But we're gonna focus. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just the homework thing. It'll make more sense if we play a little bit, and then you kind of know, okay, this is the building, and here's where I got to go with the building,
and I think it's a good idea.
This is homework.
I mean, you know how we kill the chemist? We hyper focused on just killing the goddamn chemist. So I think I will do some homework on Pyro. Pyro is in our crosshairs. Pyro's a Done deal. We're gonna get these guys.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And so I'm gonna do homework on that and that alone. So, but if there's other dimensions to it and missions, oh my god, missions and going into doing shit in the Koshi complex and god damn it.
Well, just just small wins, one at a time.
Do this.
Yeah, there's so much here.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty. Either way, but what you got going on tonight?
Not much. It's Thursday. It's wine night.
Wine night.
Downstairs and with Rachel.
Awesome. Tell Rachel, say what's up.
All right, will do, man. All right. Well, tomorrow's Friday.
All day.
If you'll be around, I will look.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. At this point in my life, the only thing that's keeping me from like falling into like deep despair is Call of Duty. So I'll probably be on.
All right. I hope so. All right, man.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Wasn't limited to this instance either.
Mods, ban anybody speaking Portuguese. Let's get these jungle fuckers out of here. This is an English stream, motherfucker. How the fuck you gonna be from Brazil and your computer in a hut talking shit? Get the fuck out of here.
In another instance, he said that if someone beat him with Balrog, the Street Fighter character, he was going to rage quit no matter what. And due to how often he got banned for the stuff he said online, he began using the word rog as a derogatory term for black people, usually in the context of black people losing their temper.
Ooh, I got
While his statements about black people could often be seen as exaggerated for comedic value or a consequence of blind rage during gaming, it does slowly become clear that Dale genuinely resented ROGs and perhaps had some racial self-hatred. For example, he once made a post on his Facebook page talking about how much he disliked crude blacks, and instead had a preference for what he referred to as sophisticated black people. What he probably wasn't counting on was that his own sister would see this post and reply, pointing out that she had offered him work with better pay than his job and helped him look for apartments when he needed to move, before saying that he was responsible for his own life circumstances, mentioning that he ruined his own credit score. In his reply, he said, "You're dead to me. See how messy you are? Focus on getting the GED before you address me again. Before I blast your black, bitter, chicken-headed ass in this post." She then fired back, saying that she made more money than him in tips, and claimed that he'd gotten his degrees while he was living off of a girl he was dating, who eventually put him in jail. In the middle of all of this, Dale once again changed his streaming rules and started charging $20 to turn the camera on, as well as $50 to stream for over an hour. If anyone made the mistake of expressing disapproval of anything he did or said during the stream, he would just ban them, regardless of whether they were a troll or someone who had previously donated and helped him out. 2017 is when Dale began rapidly accelerating his descent into madness, which was punctuated by his beef with fellow Street Fighter player Broly Legs. Broly was known for suffering from a medical condition which caused the muscles in his arms and legs to be severely underdeveloped. As a consequence, he played Street Fighter using only his mouth. But despite his obvious physical setbacks, from 2013 to 2017, he was the #1 Chun-Li player in the world. He even placed 25th in a Street Fighter V tournament with over 1,400 players. His popularity in the Street Fighter community was such that he got a promotional video on the official Street Fighter YouTube channel where he got to tell his life story.
It has its bumps here and there, but it's not unwelcoming at all. There's always a small place for everyone in the community. Whatever game you learn. When I started learning Street Fighter, I learned through people telling me I was nothing, that I would never be good in this game. This and that. It really drove me. Yeah, they were my friends, but I needed that to encourage me to be better.
And as with many unsuspecting players, he would eventually collide with Dale, and the result was funny and sad at the same time. Sometime in April, he and Low Tier God randomly matched, and in typical Low Tier God fashion, he lost the match and rage quit,
Yo,
all
Low
while
Tier
throwing
God with
as
the
many
Confederate flag
insults at
back there
Broly
is
as possible.
fucked.
Before their match even started, he compared
care.
Broly to Krang,
If you
which
got
is a
Confederate
Teenage
flag,
Mutant Ninja Turtles
you
character
bitch.
that is an anthropomorphic brain in a mecha suit, obviously making fun of his disability. But naturally, Dale making fun of his disability made it that much more satisfying when the match came to its end.
I'm good, dude. I can't accept losses where I bodied you and you just get some fake shit on slobbering all over rollers and shit. I'm hella cool. You just didn't deserve that. I outplayed you, I bodied you, and you got lucky. That's not skill to me. That's not outplaying me. That doesn't mean you're better.
Oh, I see Saul
I'll
with the
tell you
Confederate
what
flag. That would control.
Yeah, get that ass banned, bitch.
And while some
Get that
people
ass
quickly
banged.
rushed to Broly's defense, pointing out how low it was for Low Tier God to make fun of him for his disability, others maintained that the confrontation was fair. They felt that while Broly was physically handicapped, Low Tier God was mentally handicapped. Therefore, the odds weren't that bad. Broly tweeted out a screenshot of Low Tier God rage quitting, and at the same time also offered to help train him to get better at Street Fighter, which only helped to further enrage him.
I don't give a what that ugly ass slobbering half of a man is saying. I'm not gonna do anything to give that ugly, worthless specimen anything to gain any type of notoriety to his pity name.
It's funny that he's saying this when Broly Legs had much more success as a competitive player than Dale ever did. And unfortunately in 2024, Broly did pass away, but we should never forget how we beat Low Tier God. Now Dale eventually wanted to clarify what happened, so he made a video explaining that he only felt comfortable laying into Broly because of what Broly had posted on Twitter. However, that's not really true, as Low Tier God was calling him Krang even before their match began, so this is just another excuse. Given how brazen he is during streams, I wish he would just embrace it instead of coming up with these fake apologies afterwards. It's not like anyone's falling for it anyway. He might as well just stick to being a dick. Now at this point, there was actually a period of time where Dale mostly kept himself out of trouble, mixing up his content and slightly moving away from the straightforward gameplay he was known for. For example, he did a reaction and commentary on the song Lift Yourself by Kanye West, which quickly became the most successful video on his channel. In 2018, he was then invited to take part in E-League The Challenger, which was a TV show where Street Fighter pros would compete against one another while living in the same house. He was the first to fight in the tournament against Rob TV, but despite talking himself up like he usually does, he lost the match 5-1. Now you may be inclined to think that this was another L for LTG, but in reality, this could be considered the first W in his competitive gaming career. Not because he won the game itself, but instead because he took the loss in stride.
He just gets up, and I don't see him talking smack. He's not raging. He's just a regular guy.
Low Tier God, nice try. However, that does put you out of the competition here at the Challenger House. Rob TV, you were safe another day, sir.
He also competed against another player named Giddy, and despite losing, the match ended on a pretty positive note, with the two not only shaking hands, but also hugging it out. However much people already hated him, Low Tier God is an entertaining guy. If he could just control his outbursts and try to get better at the game, instead of rage quitting whenever he found someone better than him, he actually would have a shot at becoming a competitive player and successful online personality.
Now it sucks being the first one to be eliminated, but I'm still in the house with 6 other phenomenal players that I can learn a lot from and just level up my game overall.
Unfortunately, the period of peace didn't last for long, as Dale pretty quickly went right back to his old ways.
Going forward in my Street Fighter career, my plan is simply to attend more tournaments. As long as I continue to travel, experience things, I think that I have a huge definite shot of being that ultimate great Street Fighter player that I yearn to be.
In June of 2018, for reasons beyond human understanding, Twitch decided to express some mercy and actually unban Dale, and he triumphantly returned for one single day. Now I have to admit that this time the ban wasn't his fault. He had naively allowed donators' profile pictures to show up on the stream, and one creative guy made their profile picture a nude image and then donated to get themselves on the screen before proceeding to report the stream themselves for nudity, even though they had been the one to make it happen. Now Dale did eventually get his account back, but his standing on the website was iffy at best, as he was banned and unbanned a bunch of times. But at this point, something else was brewing in the Low Tier God fandom: speculation around his relationship. One day, Dale abruptly left his own stream for a moment, and he forgot to mute himself, which then allowed his entire audience to hear him arguing with his girlfriend, Elena. She was upset that Dale wouldn't be around during their 4-year anniversary, because he was going to attend that year's EVO.
It's not about forgetting. Usually EVO is in July. The only reason you've been bringing up that shit is for the simple fact that I'm going to goddamn EVO. I don't know why you would do this a day before. You're fucking inconsiderate ass fucking child.
Their relationship ended right around the same time, but it's worth noting here that 2018 was when their 4-year anniversary was going to take place, meaning they had apparently been together since 2014, a fact that's going to become relevant in a second here. In June of 2019, a YouTube channel by the name of LX Sniper released an expose about LTG, covering a lot of the things that I've mentioned up until this point. Low Low Tier God actually responded to Sniper on stream, during which he showed a photo of him and exposed their DMs, where he threatened to beat LX up if they ever met in real life. Surprisingly, LX actually accepted the challenge, giving away his address so Dale could fight him, but nothing really came of it. There were many similar instances of Low Tier God instigating fights he wasn't actually willing to carry out, such as when his former mod, Donovan, got mad at him for refusing to unmod someone who called him the N-word.
I won't just sit there and allow you to talk shit like that and not want to fight you or not want some type of physical confrontation. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to put your money where your mouth is, okay?
When Donovan challenged Dale to a boxing match, he never got a reply. But the drama wasn't just coming from the inside of Dale's community. Instead, outsiders were now paying attention to the story, which led June the King to take notice. June is a video essay or internet documentary channel kind of similar to what I do, and he had taken notice of Low Tier God, leading him to post a video about his life and story. Dale was not very happy with this video's existence, accusing June of re-uploading his content, which June just did not do. He actually made an informative documentary about him, which used a few clips of him. But Low Tier God didn't really care. He actually threatened to flag June. This basically caused a copyright battle to happen, culminating in Low Tier God threatening to sue June the King for his video, which he claimed was defamatory and included doxed information. This is pretty strange since June never even referred to Low Tier God by his real name. Instead, he called him by his online alias, DeLuian Sparrow. But what he did include was Low Tier God's real date of birth, something that Dale had a history of being very insecure about. In fact, his campaign of pretending to be younger than he actually was even affected some of the biographical data websites, which list him as being born in 1990, which does not seem to be the case. But Low Tier God didn't just retaliate against June in defense. He also went on the offense by doxing June the King himself repeatedly over the course of 1 month, only stopping once Killer Keemstar stepped in.
So basically, Keemstar was just like popping in there to be like, hey, you know, like, we're watching you, dude. So thank you, Keemstar, for stopping my doxing.
But even after that, he continued to regularly threaten June with all kinds of violence.
Somebody like him would run from me in person, and he wouldn't be able to run from me because I would catch his pipsqueak ass, choke him out till he begged me for life. Then right on his last inch of breath, I would literally say, so you still gonna research me, huh? Like, no, then LTD, please, no, and I'm just still choking him while he got his laptop, while he deletes the video. We're gonna get that taken down. I'm not worried about it.
Ultimately, he failed in his mission of taking the video down, and no lawsuit ever came out of it. And as funny as a lawsuit like that would have been for Dale to have to just argue against June for things that he showed in his video to be true, ultimately it's probably for the best that another documentary channel didn't get a lawsuit against it. But Low Tier God was now more defeated than ever, and he really needed to take out his rage on something, anything. So in April of 2020, someone in the chat triggered him into producing one of his most iconic outbursts ever.
Your life literally is as valuable as a summer ant. I'm just gonna stump you. You're gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna seal up all my cracks. You're gonna keep coming back. Why? Because you keep smelling the syrup. You're gonna stay on my until you die. You serve no purpose in life. Your purpose in life is to be in my stream sucking on my daily. Your purpose in life is to be in that chat blowing it daily. Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should yourself down and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer that's covered up so that we can breathe inside this blue trap bubble. Because what are you here for? To worship me?
In just under 1 minute, Low Tier God went from a failed streamer and competitive Street Fighter player to being a total meme.
That's all I gotta say. If you look in the mirror and hate yourself, love yourself. Yes, you should love yourself now. Yeah. You said try to stuff crust?
Losing B.
Well, listen. How about when I went to joking? Love yourself. That's all I gotta say. If you look in the mirror and hate yourself, love yourself. Yes, you should love yourself now.
This video is probably why you know about Low Tier God. It has been seen by everyone on the internet in one way, shape, or form, whether or not you even know who he is. A moment of him expressing sincere hatred and disgust with a chatter who had been annoying him ultimately led to the most viral moment of him ever. But that didn't mean that Dale was going to stop and smell the roses. Instead, he got mashed against a player called Zero Blast, and as soon as he started losing, you can probably guess what happened.
That's exactly why I got this dude blacklisted. He ain't trans. He didn't get his slit. He ain't got the balls for that. If you're a real transsexual, cross-dresser, whatever the you want to call it, get your dick slit. How you gonna go 50%? If you really about that life, get your dick split like a hot dog and I'm tucking in, make a pussy and a clitoris out of your dick.
Now, obviously, Sero took issue with this, tweeting out about how they thought Low Tier God was a bad influence on his chatters. To be honest, I think the real issue is anyone who's allowing their kids to watch Low Tier God streams, given how he often responds to trolls by doing something that I can only describe as gay erotica rants.
I'm gonna pull out a big giant syringe full of black sperm and shoot all the black sperm.
And in the wake of Low Tier God's comments about Sero, he was permanently banned from Evo. Now, this is kind of a side note, but not only was Sero also banned from Evo over using slurs, but the aforementioned Giddy was also banned for multiple instances of sexual misconduct, including soliciting unwarranted lesbian orgies. The Low Tier God curse appears to be at work.
You are a worthless bitch ass nigga.
Before the year ended, yet another clip from Low Tier God streams went viral, now sitting at well over 1 million views.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flop my BBC out on the table when your mom invites me over for dinner. I'm gonna be like, now suck it in front of your son. She's like, I'm sorry, I just can't help it. It's so flavorful.
Now that he had been deprived of one of the few joys left in his life, Low Tier God went right back to harassing June the King, which June then posted. Just so you know, I'm coming for you legally. Because of your documentary, it has caused people to be dialed into my life beyond levels you could ever fathom. I warned you when the video dropped, you were doing too much. Your video has caused endless harassment on personal levels, and I'm coming for you legally. Just know that. Whatever you made off me, I'm taking from you. I will be the one that does not allow you to profit off others at your cowardly leisure. You are a talentless, faceless worm. Now, that promise of a lawsuit continued to be an empty threat, but Dale did file a trademark for the Low Tier God brand in January of 2021, which unfortunately exposed his real name, which is kind of a backfire since he wanted to keep it a secret. While he failed to take down June the King's documentary, he did succeed in striking 3 people who uploaded videos that were critical of him, as well as re-uploads of his stream's highlights. All 3 of those people went on to be interviewed by June in his follow-up video, where it was revealed that Low Tier God had actually doxed their real names and locations.
This is what a troll's house looks like. This is what a tier sexual's house looks like.
By this point, people were becoming aware of how insane Low Tier God was. While June's follow-up didn't get as many views as his first video, it still got well over 1 million and introduced hundreds of thousands of people to how insane Low Tier God was if you got on his radar. However, the most scathing part of it all was the information revealed about his ex-girlfriend, Elena. It seemed like they were on good terms since the breakup, even having her take part in his content every once in a while. In a mukbang the two did together, he continued to talk about her very positively, saying she's beautiful, among a lot of other compliments, which a lot of people took to mean that she was the one who broke up with him, and he still wanted them to be together. But his tone changed radically in November 2020, when rumors began spreading that Elena had begun seeing her personal trainer, known as Mr. HBC. When these rumors were confirmed, Dale proceeded to private his main Twitter account and seethe on his alt about the two of them being together, calling her new man an old head. Despite him repeatedly claiming not to care, he continued to occasionally maul about their relationship for the next 2 months.
Everything after me is a complete downgrade in the first place. It's been a pattern in my life, and it's going to continuously be the pattern. The only way you can upgrade after me is you gotta get yourself a ball player, somebody from the NFL, you know, some professional something, an actor something.
Eventually, someone sent images of Elena and Mr. HBC boarding a private plane, which Low Tier God shot down by saying that's what fake rich people do to flex on social media, and that anyone could do that if they really wanted to. But the flight that Elena and HBC were boarding apparently cost 15 grand, and I don't think that just anyone could do that. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Now, Dale obviously could have just chosen to not acknowledge the trolls who were messing with him. He could have just ignored all of this, but obviously he is Low Tier God, so he's not going to, and as a result, the couple noticed what he was saying and decided to respond to him, calling him an obsessed weirdo with nothing better to do.
And don't worry, one day we'll address that weirdo ass.
Oh! Should we address it now? Huh? No, I might make a video on that, but we'll see.
In the same video, Elena also said that both HBC and Dale are the same age, and HBC was born in 1984, further reinforcing that Low Tier God was older than he claimed to be. But if these controversies weren't enough, in May of 2021, he once again found himself in hot water, this time for laughing while watching an infamous shock video where a man brutally takes his own life. Now, you can probably see how this upset some people, while others fell on the side of, well, it's just a shock video, and he probably didn't expect what was coming. It's not like he's encouraging that kind of behavior, he's just laughing at a crazy video. But Dale felt the need to respond, and to excuse it, he said that he shouldn't be expected to show remorse when trolls don't show remorse for doxing him 24/7.
Get mad because I didn't show remorse, but these don't show remorse when they keep doxing me 24/7, stealing from me 24/7, trying to pry into my personal life 24/7, antagonizing me 24/7, stalking me 24/7, stealing from me 24/7. We're just gonna keep it at that.
He then said that because he never showed the video he was watching, he could have been laughing at anything else, like an episode of Tom and Jerry.
All I did was listen to audio and laugh. I could have been listening to everything. I could have been laughing at Tom and Jerry.
Proceeding to claim that that's what he was actually laughing at. Now, I won't play the original video of Dale reacting here, since you can hear the video sound, but I think it's pretty clear that that is what he was laughing at, and at this point, he would probably be better off just admitting that he laughed at the video, rather than continually denying it. Around the same time, another clip of him also went viral, this time consisting of him responding to someone who said he looks like he worked at Pizza Hut, with Low Tier God, at a moment's notice, going on to write sexual fan fiction of himself with the chat member's mother.
That's all I can really do, and I submit, and I just bust infinite top loads of Matrix juice right down her mother.
This drama haunted him for months, with a back and forth between him and a creator going by Demigod Production, who had heavily criticized him on his channel. He eventually even challenged him to a boxing match, which ultimately backfired as every previous instance of Low Tier God backing out of a fight came to light.
Can you afford 10 racks to put up the fight? I'll put up 10 racks tomorrow.
Bouncing as they run across the golden field of wheat.
When Demigod streamed, Low Tier God started flaming him in the chat, but repeatedly refused to get on a Discord call with him to hash it out.
No, let's talk about it, Dale. Let's get on Discord and talk. How come you won't fight LX Dark Sniper?
The heat got so bad that Low Tier God privated his Twitter during the incident, and the idea of a fight was never brought up again. While this was mostly a battle between equals, the next person who found themselves on Low Tier God's path of destruction was a girl called Rotkill, who he attacked by posting nudes of her to his Twitter and Discord. She responded, calling him creepy and disgusting for doing what he did, and pointing out that she was 18 years old when the pictures were taken. She eventually created a GoFundMe to sue him for revenge pictures, which I assume means she sent him those pictures voluntarily at some point, but never consented to them being made public. But it's not totally clear to me what the circumstances are, as the information is pretty limited, and ultimately the lawsuit never came to be, as Rotkill vanished from all social media, while Low Tier God continued to do his usual shtick, which included dancing while streaming at work. While 2021 ended with Dale sealing up the cracks, 2022 began with them coming back because they smelled the syrup. A YouTube account uploaded a video claiming to have evidence that Low Tier God and Elena started dating when he was 29 and she was 17. To prove it, he went back to the clip of Low Tier God unknowingly having his mic unmuted while they argued, where they both acknowledged that their anniversary is coming up. Based on an Instagram post, she had just celebrated her 25th birthday, meaning she would have been 21 in 2018, and as a result, 17 when they started dating. There were already hundreds, if not thousands, of people actively looking for dirt, but this one YouTube account was the first major instance of Low Tier God being accused of grooming or some kind of behavior with a girl that was too young for him. And it really got the attention of the rest of his detractor community, who started investigating his past. They managed to find more evidence reinforcing the narrative that he was already dating her, such as them talking about going to the movies together and ditching school to see each other. By the way, during the same stream where they talk about this, there's also this very interesting conversation.
Toilet paper spreads E. coli.
Actually, not using toilet paper spread E. coli because when you shoot up the thing and all you poop splats in the bathtub, I've seen it before.
Well, actually, I use toilet paper to test the ass first.
I've seen it.
To test the ass first. You never seen shit in the shower.
And then he has like the shower curtain on the inside of the shower, and then you could smell it.
Now, Elena specified that their anniversary was for the day that they met, not for the day they started dating. But a lot of people had a few issues with this narrative. First off, they pointed out that who calls celebrating the day they met their anniversary? Surely there are people who do that, but anniversary is typically used as a celebration of when the relationship began. Secondly, there are only 2 jump cuts in this entire video, and one of them is conspicuously right after she mentions this, which to a lot of people looked very weird. They thought maybe something was cut out. And lastly, this mukbang video was recorded when the two were still getting along, which led a lot of people to speculate that Elena had some motivation to protect him from being seen as a bad guy. However, since they're falling out, Elena shared a post on her Instagram talking about how men who tell young women they're mature only do so because women their age see them as bums. She even subtitled it with the phrase, "Wish I knew this earlier." Now, I do have to say that as far as I can tell, she never explicitly claimed that Dale did anything wrong here, so this is really pure speculation based on the available clues that people are looking into. However unconfirmed these claims are, Low Tier God definitely does have a history of saying some very suspect things.
They said she's 16? It don't matter. She don't look 16, bro. And plus, No Jumper posted her. So we have something here. I want to show the glute game. I want to see what the glute game looks like. They said she's 16. Literally at the gym, I wouldn't look at her twice. She's 16.
Over the next couple of minutes, he proceeds to make very suggestive comments about the girl in question. And this isn't the only instance of Dale being like this. He's also defended none other than the certified lover boy himself.
What I think Drake is doing, right? What he's doing is he's going around grooming young women or young girls that are going to evolve into women at a certain point in time in their life. Drake has got tired of adult women who are ran through. Promiscuous adult women, I would like to say. Drake has fornicated, had sex, whatever you guys would like to call it, with numerous women. When does it give when you run into tarnished pennies over and over and over and over again? To the point where it intrigues you, where you groom something that's a little younger, you coach, you develop a woman into your liking without engaging in any type of sexual contact, but sort of mentally grooming that woman who is untouched and untainted into the world. You ever just took a dirty penny and tossed it away, and then you see a shiny penny and you want to keep it and you want to save it? That's how Drake feels about women that are tarnished. Most women that you run into are going to be tarnished pennies. It is very rare to see in general a penny that is brand new. Most pennies you see are dirty, ugly, disgusting. You see on the floor, you kick them. Drake got tired of dealing with tarnished pennies, tossed them away. Said, you know what? I want that one shiny, brand new penny, and I'm gonna keep that in my pocket for 4+ years if I have to. And then when that penny is at its prime age or prime date, I'm going to take that penny and cherish it. Now, if you did not understand that, I feel sorry for your brain. I feel sorry for your IQ. I feel sorry for your non-thinking outside the box mentality. But then again, I can't blame you because 95% of humans on the planet Earth do not think outside the box, which is why you were labeled weird for something as simple as believing in extraterrestrial life.
He sounds pretty familiar with the concept, I'll give him that. He's a historian. In March, a kawaii edit of his infamous speech was uploaded, which now sits at almost 3.5 million views and is just really funny. But it's also yet another example of how much the Low Tier God brand had improved in visibility. He was actually building a lot of momentum. Unfortunately, after months of enjoying the increased popularity he'd gotten, in December of 2022, he was banned from YouTube because he streamed on his second channel while his main channel had a strike, which is against the terms of service. He was apparently unaware of this rule and tried to get his channel back, and while that didn't happen, he did retweet all of the supportive comments from people who were pushing for him to be freed. During the campaign, someone even hacked British news presenter Piers Morgan's Twitter account and said, "Shout out my boy Low Tier God, also known as Dale. He turned 38 last month. I hope you get your channel back, bro, so you can go back to begging kids for money." The hacker also brought up a few embarrassing clips of his, such as the one where he talks about urinating in bottles.
Sorry, but I'm still pissing in bottles, guys. Since you're obsessed with me urinating in bottles, yes, to answer your question, yes, I still piss in bottles.
Apparently, he does this because he dislikes how much the liquid splashes around when you do it into a toilet. I don't really know why this is the solution, but you know what, to each their own. Now, since we're on the topic of his Twitter, it's only fair that I show you a couple of his bangers, such as his reaction to Zendaya, someone he's been known to simp for, being with Tom Holland, which he called a bad genetic match. And another highlight, he replied to a woman who said that most men are bad in bed, to which he said, a lot of women's box is foul. So we aren't even turned on enough to care. Fact-checked and verified by true American patriots. Regardless of how much traction he got on Twitter, it didn't seem like his YouTube ban would go away anytime soon, prompting him to make an account on a website called Trovo. In the process of switching over to the platform, he also renamed all of his alt accounts on YouTube to his clothing brand's name so they would stay unbanned if he ever wanted to come back. For the time being, Dale was officially committed to Trovo streaming, where he eventually got about 2,000 followers, while at the same time trying to ban evade on YouTube, from repurposing old accounts to pretending to be an AI program with no cam or mic. But ultimately, nothing worked, and despite his best efforts, he never succeeded in returning. After a short while, he stopped streaming on Trovo and announced he'd be moving over to Kick. He also made an account on Rumble and started uploading videos again. And just as it started looking like Low Tier God was going to be permanently relegated to alt-tech websites getting little to no views, in March of 2023, his Twitch channel was suddenly and ceremoniously unbanned.
Through it all with proper planning, placement, and the correct space and time. Here I stand. Mistakes made. battles fought.
And at the same time, in the sphere of mainstream content creators, something interesting was happening. Corey X Kenshin and Jadeon, two very big YouTubers, made videos calling out what they perceived to be issues with injustice on their respective platforms, whether it be unfair bans or demonetizations, or even what Corey perceived to be racism from YouTube. Low Tier God chimed in and basically said that they were in too good of a position to be complaining about anything.
I really don't understand why a guy like Gideon that is very popular, that has a huge fan base, verified on multiple platforms, gets millions of views per video, and then he has a side clip channel video and endorsements, and can still stream on YouTube, has a problem with getting banned on Twitch. I want you to sub to my premium channel, and I'm upset because Twitch still didn't ban me after I got cool with Pokimane.
And as a result, he managed to get noticed by Kai Cenat, who watched his stream, and the results were pretty interesting.
Quote unquote, whatever, like Kai Cenat probably wouldn't get blown on the front page of Twitch. Can anybody in here guess why? I don't care how lit he is. Can anybody guess why? That they wouldn't run behind
Why?
Kai Cenat to put him on the front page or acknowledge him or anything like that?
Why?
It's bad marketing. When you go in the stream, the N-word is said 1 million freaking times.
Now, there were a few schools of thought on this. A lot of Kai's fans obviously agreed with him and said that he was in the right and Low Tier God was wrong. But on the other hand, interestingly, some of Low Tier God's detractors in the comments noted how Kai, to them, immediately proved his point by reacting in a way he did. Right around the same time that the drama was happening, another clip from Low Tier God streams also went viral. And although the original unedited version came out at this time, a new edit of it that came out a few months later became much, much bigger.
Mods, crush this goal, thank you.
As Deluian Sparrow was peaking in mainstream attention, Corey, who used to be a supporter of Low Tier Gods, did a complete 180, claiming to have just found out about his past controversies.
I thought he was a funny streamer until some people warned me of his past. Ever since, I haven't had any correspondence with this man. Y'all wildin'. My guy, Corey Kenshin, what is wrong with you, bro?
Fast forward to March of 2023, and with this heightened visibility and all of these large content creators talking about him, a big opportunity was on the horizon. Jadeon decided to interview Low Tier God.
Why are you the way you are?
You mean why was I the way I was?
No, you're still that way.
What gave you that depiction?
I mean, some of those clips look pretty recent. They don't seem that far away.
Now, probably because he knew how big of an audience Jadeon had, Mr. Sparrow behaved himself a lot better than usual. One example is when the controversy surrounding him laughing at a man taking his own life was brought up. Instead of making jokes about Tom and Jerry, he opted to explain that he processed the situation by laughing.
But why laugh? Why laugh?
That's the way I processed it. I processed it because he got a call with a woman that didn't want to be with him anymore, so he said, fuck it, and blew his dome off. So for me, the only way I could process it was to laugh. I couldn't console and feel sad for a guy that ended his life over a female.
And despite how antagonistic Jadeon was towards him, the comment section was actually widely positive, referring to Jadeon's defense of Kai Cenat as blind deriding and hailing Low Tier God as the reasonable side of the argument. From there, in September, he also got an interview with No Jumper, which was much less hostile than the one with Jadeon. They even got personal, and for the first time ever, Low Tier God willingly showed some degree of vulnerability when he discussed his own struggle with severe adult content addiction, admitting to at one point apparently jerking off 9 times in one day.
Now there's nothing that can get you to the point of having to beat off. Maybe like, I'm trying to think if I could just think of something. Maybe sleep. Like if I just really needed sleep and I just couldn't get there no other way.
Unfortunately, this transparency and humanity was much less consistent when they started going over his online history, as Low Tier God frequently downplayed his controversies to make them seem more acceptable. But regardless of that, because of the interview with Jadeon and No Jumper, along with his Twitch being unbanned, Low Tier God was getting hundreds, if not thousands of new viewers who didn't know about the lore or didn't care because they found him entertaining. While he did also get a whole new crowd of detractors, he had so many new supporters that it didn't really matter, including a fellow Twitch streamer by the name of Rose. The two had met at TwitchCon, and ever since then, they got friendly with each other to the point that he was dedicating songs to her and serenading her on his stream. He also managed to convince her that he was born in 1990, leading her to defend him on stream and claim that she personally saw evidence he wasn't in his 30s.
I know his actual age. He's not 39.
Okay. Like I said, all the rumors I've heard, like I said, me being grown, him abusing me, all these things, him we were secretly dating. He's 40 years old. I've seen everything, like the real deal. Okay, I've seen proof. Dude is not. He's far from 40.
Despite how intensely his detractor community hated him and spread the word about his past misdeeds, it wasn't enough to stop his resurgence, as clip after clip of his streams went viral. Despite everything that happened, he somehow managed to resist the incessant barrage of hate he got, and after years of persistence, he was finally getting results, which culminated in early 2024 when he was invited to be at the Streamer Awards.
Brought to you by Junk Food Arcades is Low Tier God.
Why do I hear boos? I hear a lot of boos. All right, let's step up the cheers. All right, this is a big surprise. Let's get it. Let's get it.
The audience at the awards, as well as the people watching online, were equally confused as to how this happened. A guy who is as controversial as him, with as many allegations as him, somehow managed to get within the Twitch aristocracy at the biggest yearly event for streamers in the entire year. The same guy who said what he said about Broly Legs is somehow in the same room as Hassan Piker and Pokimane. Honestly, the more I think about it, that actually makes perfect sense. And while people did try to talk about what a travesty they thought it was for this to have happened, ultimately they were violently ratioed by Low Tier God, calling them a bum. But just because he was successful in keeping himself unbanned on Twitch and occasionally getting mainstream recognition didn't mean that his detractors would rest. In March, a YouTuber called Covenant Balrog interviewed someone who claimed to be Low Tier God's former roommate. Among other less important pieces of info, he claimed that Low Tier God owed him $600. On its own, this didn't do much, as when it made its way to the man himself,
Anybody that I was roommating with would have had to been way before I started getting money like that. So they're most likely a broke, worthless ass nigga.
However, this did set the entire detractor community on a new quest, finding out if Low Tier God's claims of being financially well off were true or not. First, someone who had been doxxed by Dale decided to repay the favor and go to the actual apartment complex where Low Tier God apparently lived, only to find out that the apartments were state-managed low-income housing, meaning he couldn't possibly live there if he made over 50 grand a year. Then, they found his credit report, and according to that, he was 120 grand in debt with a credit score of 660. For context, 700 is considered the bare minimum for a good score. And his debt was composed of many different things. $66,000 of his debt was paying off a car loan for a 2015 Dodge Charger with a vanity plate of his fake name. While the rest of the debt was nothing to really write home about, people did find it entertaining to find out that after all these years, Low Tier God was indeed the Black DSP, over $100,000 in debt and all. But just as it seemed that the financial info dump was over, the trolls dug up something shocking. In August of 2023, Low Tier God had opened an account in the Department of Child Support. This discovery single-handedly unraveled years of secrecy, as a leak of court documents showed that not only did he have a daughter, but also a 10-year-old daughter. He had a kid all the way back in the early 2010s, and somehow, despite finding out everything else about him in the meantime, he managed to keep that out of the public eye. The genie was officially out of the bottle. Eventually, Low Tier God would address this, claiming that his debt wasn't actually debt.
Anytime you purchase something, it's gonna go on your TRW as quote unquote debt, but it's not actual debt. It's just something that you just simply haven't paid off yet that you're making payments on.
That's not really what that means. You're still in debt if you're paying off a car loan, but regardless, this was his final word on the matter. As for his hypothetical daughter, he simply left it at saying that he was no one's dad.
I got 2 cats if you want to count that. That's cool. I'm nobody's father. I promise you that.
Ever since, this has been a pretty sensitive topic for him, as he's banned anyone who even came close to discussing it. For example, when someone posted a video of a 10-year-old who was believed to be his daughter on his Discord server, he got rid of it instantly. It didn't seem like the drama really affected him too much though, as he was comfortable enough to even get freaky on main.
Listen, I don't consider that a diss because I would love for a sexy ass woman to give me some lemonade. So I don't really consider that a diss. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with a little fetish. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? Yeah, what's wrong with the with a woman's golden Eve nectar.
But as the various claims about Dale got bigger and bigger, it eventually got the attention of someone unexpected, his baby mama, or at least someone claiming to be his baby mama. A number of comments left by a user gave context to the story of Low Tier God's child, claiming that a picture of him holding a baby that was making the rounds wasn't of him and his daughter, as according to her, he had never even met his own child, and denied her existence altogether. Naturally, this piqued the attention of another Low Tier God hater, who interviewed this person.
I loathe every stream that he's done where he speaks about children and, oh, I'm not trying to get emotional. And when he speaks on women.
If her claims are to be trusted, she met Dale at a small party, and he slid into her DMs after she posted something about gaming. After that, they had a casual relationship that lasted about half a year, which came to a screeching halt when she got pregnant. While she refused to confirm whether or not he asked her to get an abortion, she did say that he refused to sign his daughter's birth certificate. Interestingly, when she served him papers in 2023, he signed them without a hassle, and he apparently didn't even ask for a DNA test, meaning he was well aware that the child was his.
Has it already been confirmed his age? Like,
yes.
Okay. Well, I don't want to say. That's also going to tell my age too, but I mean, I don't care. But
You don't have to tell your age.
I wasn't a teenager. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I was not a teenager.
But with all of that said, with all of the controversies, with all of the insane clips, where does that leave us? As of today, Low Tier God is still streaming on Twitch, and despite all these issues, he's more successful today than he's ever been. He's been steadily growing on Twitch for over a year, his TikTok has 200,000 followers, and he even collabed with Deji, or as I know him, Comedy Shorts Gamer, in a Tekken video in June of this year, further solidifying his foothold in mainstream gaming. However, many of his original followers have become dissatisfied with the direction of his content, claiming he's become too PG in fear of getting banned.
Guys, love yourself. That's all I gotta say. If you look in the mirror and hate yourself, love yourself. Yes, you should love yourself now. Yes, you should. Because I do.
Ultimately, it's hard to blame him since he's been banned so many times. I will say though, because of the change in spirit, a lot of people have been missing the old, lightning-eyed Low Tier God that would verbally dismantle the soul of people in his chat over anything.
You can see what the authority are.
Bro, what is going on? Yo, how do you look at this video and go, oh my gosh, she predicted it? Had to evacuate from Altadena. Lots of my neighbors finding out their houses are gone. Yeah, it's pretty insane. It is very, very devastating. My grandmother evacuated. My cousin's school completely burned down. But luckily they weren't there, obviously. My grandmother and grandfather had to evacuate. Hopefully Jank won't have to evacuate. Like they evacuated over to Jank's shaky Gurga, but outside of that, I think my mom's probably gonna come here. Thousands of buildings are now gone, just completely gone. What caused this wildfire to actually take place and actually occur? Now, one might think maybe it was a cigarette butt, a lit cigarette that someone tossed outside of their car. But I think TikTokers and hopefully Facebook content creators as well with the new meta policies, we will arrive at the actual truth of what truly mattered.
One caught what appears to be a orb flying down through the fire and smoke in California. You can clearly see it. It goes whoop, look like Goku flying on a cloud. A lot of talk's been going around about this fire and what started it, and nobody got answers. But like I said, this thing was caught on live TV, and multiple people said they seen it in real life. So my question is, what is it?
Where's the orb? Who are the multiple people? Who are the multiple people that have seen it?
Y'all tell me what the this is. Look. You see that? Look like Goku flying through the sky.
Okay, if let's entertain this for a second. If Goku was flying through the sky to light it on fire, why is this after the fire has been lit already and has been going for hours? Was he just simply going back to light the fire again at night as well? I'm watching a press conference on the Eden Fire and YouTube chat spams DEI for every speaker and calling the fire chief gay. Oh.
I seen the slowest comment ever. Talk about, oh, that's just a plane trying to fight the fire. What plane do y'all know that goes that close to the fire and can do an angle like this through the fire like that low to the floor? I'll wait.
What do you mean? First of all, that is precisely what the
through the sky.
Like, I don't even know if this is is fake or not. I don't know if this is fake or not, but it looks exactly like one of those firefighting planes. Like literally, that just dump water. That looks
look, you see that?
Exactly like a firefighting a plane that dumps water over. They go dive into the water, grab the ocean water, and then fly back and fly low to the ground and dump water onto it. Now, having said that, I don't know. I don't even know if this footage is real. It's just like grainy. I don't know where it's from, or it's a bird. Yeah, I doubt it's a bird. Do you know how large that would be? Do you know how large of a bird that would be? Don't be a sheep, bro. It's Goku. You're brainwashed by the liberal media. Okay. There's a DC-10 actively dumping water. This dude's an idiot. That's what I think as well, but it's wild. But hey, guess what, dude? It's not, okay? It's not. You know what it is? It's Goku. Or an orb, an alien orb.
Look like Goku flying through the sky. I seen the slowest comment ever. Talk about, oh, that's just a plane trying to fight the fire. What plane do y'all know that goes that close to the fire and can do an angle like this through the fire like that?
I mean, that angle and that all is consistent with those planes that dump water over the fire. That not saying that what we are watching on that screen is a plane. I don't even know if it's real footage or not, but if it is, it's most likely a plane.
That low to the floor. I'll wait. Who the they think they kidding? Chelsea Clinton?
Chelsea Clinton. It's far more likely it's a drone. No, it's not. No,
tell me what the
chatters is not far more likely that it's a drone. Do you see how fat? Do you see how big it is?
Look like Goku flying.
Look how big it is. Look how big it is. Look how fast it's going. What are you saying? Could be souls. When we passed, we were able to go anywhere. I had an outer body experience while I was flying, floating, and I seen people, a woman washing clothes. She couldn't see me. I had many experience. The fire is like Lahaina, but not nearly equal to the death toll. LA have roads to evacuate. Lahaina did not. Sustained winds and low humidity will cause fires to break out, so stop the conspiracies. Oh my God. Someone speaking sense in a TikTok comment section. Look, if y'all live in SoCal, you'd know Ali Carter ain't smarter than the rest of us. We have wildfires every year. Ali Carter said there would be fires? Who's Ali Carter? I see the video you talking about, bro, and my kids see something like that goes fast. And else, some moments like the sky turned blue in the nighttime. Magician on TikTok? You're telling me that there is a magician on TikTok by the name of Ali Carter.
Okay, for those of you who are familiar with Ali Carter, right, and all of her allegations, we know she's been discredited on a couple. But do you guys remember her saying, wait till the fires start, in reference to covering up evidence of the tunnels? And it's crazy out by LA right now. Absolutely insane.
What?
I'm not saying that this is a conspiracy theory. I'm just saying that these kind of things are what give validity. Just not in fire season. Things have been said. Bad timing. Thoughts on this? Okay, for those of you who are familiar.
What are you gonna do for the next 365 days different than what you did before? What's new? Talk about the children. There's gonna be these explosions that lead to fire that burns evidence. There's gonna be 2 new deaths. Whether they're fake or not. You know how the court system is going. You can see what the authority are.
Bro, what is going on? Yo, listen. Like, heads have always existed, right? The problem is people just go, yeah, that's a position of authority nowadays. Like, how do you look at this video and go, oh my gosh, she predicted it. 2 new unalives, whether they're fake or not. Saying that there's going to be fires in California is like saying that, you know, it's going to rain in Seattle, okay? It's going to rain. That doesn't make me, this is so bleak, dude. Oh my God. We need to keep talking about the children. Also, what children? Like, what are they talking about? When I say evergreen truck pulled next to me in Houston traffic, I got the most chilling feeling. Where are the children?
We've already done Hawaii with the blue roofs getting burned. We've done New York. We've done with the cats and dogs being eaten. We've done it all. So what are we doing about the children? We got the drones in the sky. We got the aliens out. We know that our celebrities are guilty, okay? What are we doing about the children?
Okay, here's the situation. Remember back in the day when I said, like, when you go to a subway station and you see like a person just like screaming from a soapbox and you can kind of tell that there's something wrong with them, and that's like a way for you to avoid listening to them and taking them seriously, whereas the anonymity online has made it so that the people that have that exact same perspective can just kind of present themselves as like normal human beings. And that's the reason why so many people get duped into conspiracy theories. I was wrong. It turns out you can see someone and basically recognize that they're not all there, and yet still tens of thousands of people go, oh no, she's speaking the truth. Hogwatch is becoming just frightening. It is not fun anymore. That last guy was a faker. This is a true conspiracy TikToker. And by that, I mean mentally ill. I mean, I think there's a lot of that going around, dude. Oh my God.
What's different?
What is this?
The children. What are you gonna do for the next 360?
Why don't people critically evaluate? I don't know. I don't know. What can we do? Like, these people have already decided that like children are being harmed and taken. Okay. They've already decided. They're like, what can we do about it? Talk about the green containers all over the place in Europe. What? Thank you, Allie, for your determination to get the word out. Stay on it. You're a really great soul. Please stay safe. Sending love and prayers to you. When? I'm tired of waiting. She's absolutely beautiful, and she's always right because she knows the truth and had lived and experienced it. God bless you, sweetheart. What is happening? Hollywood equals Hamas. Wildfire conspiracy. Lots of celebrities' houses are on fire. Are the fires to hide the evidence of tunnels? What tunnels? Allie Carter said and watched the fires, and sure enough, yes, she did. And California isn't dead. Who is Allie Carter? I stand with Allie Carter? Bro, who is this woman? I've never heard of this person, and it turns out like this person is popping on conspiracy talk. I'm going to look up Allie Carter wildfires. Wait, Allie Carter wildfires.
Guys, hear me, please. I pinky promise you, and you should look in my eyes and know better. From everything that I talked about, put two and two together. I need you to listen right here, because there's a lot of shit about to happen. Everything is about to change. And there's no running from it. Everything is about to change. Hear me. I'm not holding back any secrets, baby. Everything is about to change. So I need y'all to please listen to me right here. Don't comment. I love you. Please give me support in a second if you want.
Bro, this has like 400,000 views or 600,000 views.
Do that. You're so sweet. Thank you. But I don't even need that right now. I need you to hear me. That's the only thing that I need you to do right now. Is just hear me in this live, please. I don't want to have to turn the comments off. I want y'all to please just hear me. Everything is about change. Everything.
What? She didn't even say anything. She just said everything's about to change. What? Allie Carter is the GOAT. She's a big deal in Australia. Wait, what? I can't tell if this chat is being serious or not. She's just doing a bit about making very broad predictions, I think.
Everything.
The March for the Children is still on this weekend?
Your story and message have never changed. No, it's not, because when it's the truth, it won't change. Thank you for being here. Now, Usually we get backed into a corner sometimes with situations like this. You wanna know why? Because we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. If we don't say anything, it continues to just snowball into bullshit. If we do say something, then sometimes it can create clickbait. Sometimes it can create negative.
Yes, this has been predicted in astrology with my spirit team. We've been in a battle of light and dark, and the light is winning, from chaos to ushering the golden age.
Attentions brings views. So if you go onto YouTube, don't watch that shit. If you do watch it, I'm sorry. But if you have watched it, I want you to think how many hours has been taken.
They're saying there's file tunnels for Diddy under the Getty Village Museum, and that's why the LAFD was trying to protect him from being burned down. But Diddy's in jail. Why is he children under the Getty house or Getty mansion? Like, why is it Diddy? This is the problem with like conspiracy theories. Like, I mean, there's a lot of problems, but one of the problems of these sorts of conspiracy theories is like it's so narrow focused and so the last thing I heard. Like, it's obvious. It's obvious that it's like why? Okay, what's happening with Diddy? Oh, they're saying it's file tunnels, not specifically Diddy. I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but that mugshot of Diddy is not him, Lamau. There's supposedly a Starbucks in the LA tunnels that somebody worked at and made a TikTok about. Dude, what are you guys talking about? What are you saying? She claimed Obama sexually assaulted her. And she was as a kid? What tunnels? There's Starbucks in the tunnels? What?
Watching footage from the California fires, I am going to need somebody to explain to me, like I am 2 years old, what this thing circled is that we saw on the live stream coming out of the fires. I have a video, I'm gonna play it. I have my ideas, but y'all, I wanna know your ideas. There has to be a logical explanation, right?
Dude, I always want to laugh about conspiracy theories, and then I'm reminded that there's a lot of people who operate like this, bro. It's Goku. We already solved this problem. We know what it is. It's Goku. That TikTok was satire. Y'all so gullible. Los Angeles has secret underground Starbucks locations for celebrities. A video circulating online suggested a secret pathway called the Octorbahn ran underneath the city. It was a comedian's TikTok.
You could talk about this. You used to work at a secret Starbucks, is that right?
Yeah, there is a Starbucks that is like
expired, and you could talk about this. You used to work at a secret Starbucks, is that right?
Yeah, there is a Starbucks that is like above reserve, like a Starbucks no one's ever heard of or been to. All right, have you ever wondered while driving in Los Angeles, how come you've never seen like Will Smith stuck in traffic on the 405?
That's so dumb. It's because these people, I mean, obviously this is a joke, but if you encounter an information like this, if this person was like being sincere about this conspiracy theory that he's presenting, the answer is very simple. It's because there are hundreds of thousands of commuters every single day, and the likelihood that you will see Will Smith at a certain point on the 405 is fairly high. You're just not gonna see him all the time. Expose your Starbucks? Wait, oh my God. I mean, this is satire anyway. It's satire, but they put the dangerous conspiracy music on it so people think it's real. It's more real than anything you can find.
405. Yeah, I've never seen a 1%er just in their car stuck in traffic.
Why is that?
That's because there's a series of intricate tunnels underneath Los Angeles known as the Octorbahn. I'm not kidding. Like, they get access points to move through the city without ever having to be in traffic. You can come up in LAX, you can pop up at Dodger Stadium. Underneath there in those tunnels is Starbuckses set up at different locations to allow them to get coffees while they're driving. All of them. Seinfeld.
You've seen Seinfeld down there?
Bono. I've seen Seinfeld down there. Dude, almond milk latte, 2 shots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is he a good tipper?
They don't have to pay.
So this has been underneath Los Angeles for a few years now? I mean, how long has this been there for?
I mean, it predates me. It seems like the city was built on top of it. So, I mean, I think this goes all the way back to the 20s.
This doesn't seem real almost. This is crazy.
I imagine how I sound saying it to people.
Oh my God. Bro, I'm everything like that guy's a comedian, right? Like that guy's a comedian. This is obviously a joke. Ali Carter said the same thing. Who's that? Alma McLatte, 2 shots got me dead. I've seen many celebrities driving in LA traffic. Sorry, I need some proof. I see celebs in traffic all the time. Doesn't Seinfeld live in New York City? Like this is obviously a joke. And people took this seriously, and there's a person with a top one of the top comments. Ali Carter said the same thing. Apparently, the account got blasted for God knows what. I can't. I'm one of these guys now. I'm one of these guys that says comedy should be illegal. Bro, this is why legalizing weed was a wrong decision. Now everyone with schizophrenia has a TikTok. Wait, what? What does that have to do with weed? Check this out. One has 2 objects during live streams, 2 different Gokus. Breaking. Fast-moving objects seen over SoCal fires. People online are observing strange projectiles coming in and out of the SoCal fires. Missile, firework, UFO, arson. Are we under attack? If you see this, please share it and repost it. Might get buried with everything else going on tonight. This could be a national security threat. Continuous tankers drops. Yeah. This is so sick. Like, these guys are dope, dude. They're cool as hell.
Oh my god, the wind.
I don't want to get dragged because I don't believe the conspiracy or whatever they're talking about. There's millions of miles of tunnels under the United States as a whole, including a under LA. It's fact, unfortunately. What are you talking about? Yeah, there are a lot of tunnels under every city. It's called the sewage system. There's also like flood prevention. What is happening right now? Yeah. And in some cities they even have what is known as a metro. Ali said she was as a child of Diddy parties and CPS provided the children. She said they used the tunnels to get into the parties. If this happened, she is probably traumatized. Wait, what? What do you mean if this happened? There are utility tunnels, Hassan. You haven't researched them. Others have. Just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean it's not real. Okay. What do you think is happening in these tunnels? Like beyond infrastructure, beyond power lines, you know, beyond the sewage system. Like what do you, Diddy parties? You think Diddy parties are happening in the tunnels? Dude, they're not lying. I stumbled upon a portal of some secret tunnels under LA. It was crazy. There were voices playing speakers down. It was kind of wild. The sign said Metro, but obviously it was just a front. Okay.
It's a
you joke, but there's people who take it seriously, please. Like, these people are so funny because they think that, like, trafficking needs to happen under tunnels and not in broad daylight. Okay? That's what's so crazy about it. It's like assuming that like there is a shadowy group of very wealthy, powerful people that get together in cigar smoke filled rooms and secretly design the world. It's like, no, that's just a G10. Okay? This is a Davos summit, the World Economic Forum. Like, it's not. It's in broad daylight. They openly are doing it. It's called capitalism. Okay? It's not like lizard people. It's just people just like you and me. Okay? There are some cool secret spots in LA tunnels, but it's like literally gutter punks and anarchies. Oh my God. Here is proof. Ali Carter, but 4 years ago. Okay, stop. Also, none of that factors into why these fires are happening. Good cover, Hassan. Here he comes.
Oh my god, the wind.
Did you attend a Diddy party in 2017? Did you attend a Diddy party between May 12, 14, 2019? No. We need to leverage our military to build bridges and fight fires instead of invading countries, bro. Imagine all the AC-130s dropping fire retardant on wildfires instead of napalm in villages. Look how much of a crab angle the plane has in that clip. The winds are crazy. Yeah, look. He's just floating away. Brother, you have to watch this.
All right, we got this crazy wild situation over in California with the fires. And I understand that the fire came very near the Getty Villa. Well, once upon a time, a little birdie told me, the little birdies that hang around me are special little birdies that know special things. And once upon a time, a little birdie told me that there is an aspect, a largely physical aspect, that embodies the essence of the black goo that is kept and contained inside of a frequency pin, basically, underneath the Getty. So when I saw that the fire was going near it, I thought, what would happen if the Getty burned? What would happen to our friend who's locked underneath, contained in a frequency field? They cannot let that burn.
She's lost me.
They cannot let it burn.
This woman has 6 phone chargers and a 2 big purse and none of them work.
Burn. Because she will be released. And not for nothing, but I think she's on our side at this point.
This lady fantasized about a black Venom style goo monster that's trapped under the basement of the Getty Museum and is firmly committed to the belief that that Venom monster is actually good and that the Getty family house being burned down is going to finally release the black goo monster. How do you live like that? I don't understand. The Getty Villa says its collections are safe so far from the Palisades fire. Here's how the museum is protecting itself. What about the goo? Will this article reference the goo? She should Getty job, lol. I think we have a serious problem. Hold on, I'm gonna Google. Okay, not one mention of the goo. What about goon? What about aliens? Okay, what about the word black? Wow, they didn't even use the word black in this article one time. They're really trying to get us off the smell. They're really trying to get us off the trail here. Yeah, I'm not convinced. Ali Carter claims to be Tupac's long-lost daughter.
Pinnacle of all the thoughts. Now this is
I
the
always
next
started to start
level
digging
with this new.
Tupac's daughter, Ali Carter, spoke out in 2023. Guess nobody believed her story either. 108,000 likes.
Seeing where things led and who I really was and what was really going on, because things didn't make sense to me. Everybody kept my baby picture from me. Nobody wanted to show me my birth certificate. People kept things from me like it was a huge secret. People treated me different. And I have one baby picture. Just one that we found. They told me at St. Bernardine's Hospital in San Bernardino, California, that the reason why my father wasn't on the birth certificate was because it was shift change. And that the nurse had to sign for me because it was shift change.
Her real mother is trying to get her to go back home.
Sorry, I lost mother.
Oh, really?
I am.
Okay.
Her father, her brothers, Tupac is not her father. Her father lives right here in Moreno Valley. He's remarried, and the way up, if I have to take her to court, which is what my plan is, I will be taking my daughter, Tori, to court. I will be taking Shelly to court. Shelly has never adopted my daughter. All of these affidavits and paperwork and all that crap is fake.
I don't know if this is real either. I don't care about this Ali Carter lady, man. What the hell? The nurse filling out the birth certificate and her shift ended before she could write down the father's name. Yeah, that's what happened. She was supposed to write Tupac Shakur in the birth certificate, and unfortunately her shift ended, so she couldn't. Okay, now we're down this like insane rabbit hole. Instead of looking at cool ass planes, speaking of society becoming deeply unwell, here is our next president. Only 13 more days until he's officially the president, just so you understand. He delivered an incredible press conference at Mar-a-Lago this morning. And let me tell you, okay, he is oh boy, you are not ready. Or you're thinking like, oh, I'm ready. I've heard Trump say a bunch of crazy stuff. Let me tell you, you are not. He's gearing up for some stuff.
They're still counting in some areas. You know, they're still counting the vote in some areas. Can you believe this? What a place. What a horrible place. One of the things we're going to do is we've got to fix the election so that we get honest counts and they get done by 10 o'clock in the evening or something thereabouts. They have places where they're still counting votes.
He's going to fix it. There's no need to count it ever again. That's why I laugh when people are like, well, since Trump is going to be a lame duck president because he's a one-term president. And I'm always thinking to myself, are you sure about that? I thought we weren't going to have a need for elections any longer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a one and done type situation. It's a one-off. You know, we did it. I voted, as we all did, for Donald Trump, as I told you to do so by consistently playing Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump, and we all voted por Donald Trump, and now that's it, one and done. It's king time now. America must restore the monarchy.
And we will drill, baby, drill. We're going to be drilling in a lot of other locations, and the energy costs are going to come way down. They'll be brought down to a very low level, and that's going to bring everything else down. That's what caused it to go up, along with the ridiculous spending on the Green New scam, all this money, trillions.
Yeah, it was crazy when we did the Green New scam. It was crazy. Remember when we did the Green New scam, dude, and hamburger was made illegal? Oh, damn, that's a great one. I hate how he doesn't call it the Green New Steel. I think maybe there's a too positive of an association with Green New Steel. Maybe that's why. Because it's like, oh, it's a steal, you know? Like, that could be positive. Like, oh, it's basically a steal. You might as well do it. That type of situation. That's why he's saying Green New Scam. Even though I do like Green New Steel. But I guess it's also kind of close to Stop the Steal. You don't want to confuse these guys, you know? They don't have a lot going on up there.
When a Republican, it's not easy for a Republican. When the Republican wins the popular vote by millions and wins all 7 of the swing states, people said, well, he could win 4. We won all 7, and we won them by a lot. And that tells you we won. That tells, and they've been watching this injustice. I call it the Injustice Department. What they've done is so bad. The whole world.
Got him. I thought this was a press conference. Did you guys forget how Trump press conferences work? This is how it works, chatters. You forgot he weaves for an hour. He talks about how he won the election by numbers no one has ever seen before. He's got quants. They're using the Hadron Collider to do computational processes no one's ever seen before to find numbers that do not exist in the textbooks, to figure out what the margins of victory look like for me. We're using AI to try to figure out the tremendous victory. They still haven't been able to count it.
I'm a former, very successful president. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We had borders that were sealed and beautiful. We had everything was good. We had no wars. We defeated ISIS. We had no wars. Now I'm going into a world that's burning with Russia and Ukraine, with...
Mr. President, you said you defeated ISIS, and yet there was a ISIS-style attack on the first day of January. What's that about? Oh my God, did Biden bring back ISIS? Oh my God, I figured it out. Dark Brandon said, for my last trick, I'm bringing back ISIS. Oh my God, Yusuf Al-Bidan. Yeah. On his way back, he restored the Islamic Caliphate. I will undermine it.
And we don't have enough electricity, and then we have AI where we need more, and he wants everybody to have an electric heater instead of a gas heater.
He's like, yeah, we gotta use our grid for the AI and not like electric heaters and things of that nature that are genuinely better, not for the environment necessarily, but just for like the health of the people. We are gonna make sure that people are getting carbon monoxide poisoning. I do not care. We are gonna, how else will they vote for me? Unless they're introduced to these toxic fumes at an early age and then maybe have cancer down the line. How else will we make sure that our beautiful industry of healthcare continues contributing to the GDP?
You think we're going to do some really great things, really great things. We're being respected again all over the world. The Panama Canal is a disgrace, what took place at the Panama Canal. Jimmy Carter gave it to them for $1, and they were supposed to treat us well. I thought it was a terrible thing to do. You know, it's the most expensive structure ever built in the history of our country, relatively.
What?
It would be the equivalent of substantially over $1 trillion today. We lost 38,000 people. Think of it, 38,000 people, they died from malaria, mosquitoes. They were unable to stop the mosquitoes. They paid people 5 times more to take the job. Many of those people died. We gave it away for $1. But the deal was that, you know, they have to treat us fairly. They don't treat us fairly. They charge more for our ships than they charge for ships of other countries.
He wants to take the Panama Canal. He wants to seize it. He wants to take the Panama Canal. He wants to take Greenland. And he also wants to bomb Mexico. And he wants to annex through economic warfare, he said. He wants to create economic pressure for Canada until the point of annexation. This is the peaceful dub. You see, Donald Trump wants to do all of this, but in a peaceful way, because he's a peaceful dub.
And we are not treated well, as you know, by Canada. Canada is subsidized to the tune of about $200 billion a year, plus other things.
Like, what is that? I don't even know what that means. Like, if Canada's not treating us well, who's treating us well? Damn, dude, everybody's cooking us, huh? Like, that's America's hat you're talking about, brother. What do you mean? We are not being treated well by Canada is such a funny statement to make as the president of the United States of America.
They don't essentially have a military. They have a very small military. They rely on our military. It's all fine, but, you know, they got to pay for that. It's very unfair. I have so many great friends. One of them is the great one, Wayne Gretzky. I said, run for prime minister. You'll win it'll take 2 seconds. But he said, well, am I going to run for prime minister or governor? You tell me. I said, I don't know. Let's make it governor. I like it.
What?
Who says that?
He's saying get Wayne Gretzky to be the governor of Canada and Canada to be a state. God damn. Yeah, he invited Wayne to Mar-a-Lago and told him to run for governor. Wayne is a MAGA cuck now. He's a disgrace of the country. You will see many such cases of that. It won't just be Wayne Gretzky. There isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada will become a part of the United States. Workers and communities in both our countries benefit from being each other's biggest trading and security partner. Uh-oh. I think we're accelerating. I think we are accelerating the ways in which Canada will inevitably have that sweet, delicious, juicy freedom of private enterprise in healthcare, especially when you got disgraced, now resigned 23rd Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, saying this will never happen. Well, it seems like it's definitely going to happen. That's a lock now. Have you ever seen this insane libhopium Trudeau tweet? Yeah, I have. Justin Trudeau can become president of the United States in 2028 if Canada becomes the 51st state in America. I know, it's fantastic. Yeah, he should come here to mess up our country too. What is this? Trump supporter featured in Truth Social videos convicted drug offender. President-elect Donald Trump posted a video on his social media platform Monday of a convicted drug dealer purchasing a Make America Great Again hat in Greenland. I am hearing that the people of Greenland are MAGA, Trump's post read. Greenland is an incredible place and that people will benefit tremendously if and when it becomes a part of our nation. We will protect it and cherish it from a very vicious outside world. Make Greenland great again. That's Magaga. Newsweek has reached out to Trump's transition team for comment. Of course he looks like that. No! The U.S. has considered acquiring Greenland several times